Seems to be a bit of a magnet, that's for sure. And speaking of rotates as well, Darth, we were just sitting on Old Bloods there briefly, and they've done an absolute U-turn there. They were heading around towards Montjervo. You can just see the early sort of marks they've dropped on the map the way they were heading, and now they've got these new marks heading up around Hacienda. So there's their early rotates. They want to push into that compound above Hacienda and potentially in onto that backside of San Martin, which is actually pretty good at the moment. The only thing they've got to worry about is they are heading towards Zanshin. So if they're going to run into them, that could be a major problem. But Zanshin at the moment, they are very spread, and we have seen this from them. I'm just thinking have they only got 3? They do only have 3. I didn't actually see if they came in with 3 or if they've lost one. I know we were short coming in. I didn't actually have a very close look, but maybe they're only short for the first game. But this is the direction Old Bloods are heading now, Darth. And I mean, as much as we love these guys, they've certainly had some bad luck at the start of games.
Haven't they ever? They've really struggled to settle. But I think that this is a very smart provided they don't get taken out by Zanshin. That is a very bad rotation. They're pathing into San Martin. The big game difference.
Aku soalnya jarine pengenane ono sing nobar no PGC ngono ya. Di TikTok dia langsung kena peringatan.
Does another hard shift. So this is, I think, a really smart rotate from them, using that utility of the BRDM, the new meta in the game. I think it's very smart from them to be able to do that. I always worry when teams move into cities early on because it's very hard to protect the tires, very hard to get out, especially when you park the vehicle like that, Jeff. Yeah, it's gone, Jeff. It's gone. It's gone.
Oh dear.
They're going to regas it. That's using the BRDM.
BRDM, soal bahasa Inggris.
Little bit too much on the wheeze there, Speedy. Maybe he'll try and flip it. No, they're just going to have to find another one. But yeah, handy to start with. Jumbi, obviously. Danger, he's okay.
Pokok di luar zona.
Zanshin player. That Silent X lurking close by. He certainly knows they're there. And like I said, he's alone over here. Jumbi may not have spotted him.
Siang pun dahar sampun Saptarian.
Been spotted there. No marks on the map from Old Bloods, but either way, Darth, we're certainly going into it. We get that shift again. We're into that next phase. Things are ticking along, and it's just shifting away from Old Bloods at the moment.
Oh, atas dia.
Atas tuh motor jauh banget anjir NF.
Zone repellent tonight. I forgot about magnets here, and you know, I just wonder with the international
new gameplay
right now. Crafton always seem to mess with the circles around them. I pay money on it, so I wonder if this is what.
Wah, ini makan namanya Antares nih. Dapat nih harusnya satu nih.
Yo. Harusnya nyadar ini.
Iya.
Budi Snoopy. Oh, mereka sibuk nembak, gak tahu di atas.
We've got Elliot back in the game again from those blue chips. Charm Farmers definitely playing that new meta. Unfortunately, not playing too many points. They are definitely going to be relegated tonight. Insight is going to pick up points up on the board for Incognito. I don't think they're going to be able to take out first place, but if they do, it will probably be one of the greatest comebacks I've ever seen in the game. So, you know, Incognito, maybe Santa's going to come early for them this year.
Oh, fingers crossed there. We've certainly seen some big comebacks before, but they are rare. And Insight certainly not backing off the fight. A little bit of a U-turn. He knows he's got just some above him, and that's going to be another knock there, and more damage out to Inside. It's Bryn, the one that's going to pick up the first kill from them. Looks as though we've still got one to bleed out. Insight should pick that up there, so Insight will have
masih di belakang satu tuh.
That's a good start. It's going to be a good start from Incog.
Biasanya yang di belakang sih.
They're still just outside the zone on that south side. It's interesting to see where they're going to push from here. You can see the markers out. They want to push across that valley in front. They've got a
Seru
loh,
line
masih atas,
here
Yo.
that inside's
Iya.
just pathing over
Masih
now. They've got
15 tim
Retry
lah ini anjir
again
kalau
across to their
liga itu
left
peraturan
side.
ini otomatis
They've got this
berjalan
big
Mas,
wide
nggak mau
gully
perang
here.
awal.
There's not really a lot of space to play over here with that zone pushing them in, but Bryn and Mav are going to path their way across. They're going to follow in behind Yudi,
Golek placement ya Om yo.
and
Iya,
at the moment they're
iya
just looking to
ambek
play just below the top of this ridge line. There is this good bowl here
Temenan.
they're going to drop
Public
into here
placement.
with Paradox. They do have to be careful of teams behind them. They've got no names close by. They've also got We Try Again running parallel, so they've got to be very careful down there.
double barrel.
Much better aggression from
Nah,
Nice
coba
buy.
Om
no names
Hah?
now.
dijelaskan Om,
Kunyit.
liga itu diambil dari apa Om?
Liga ya ini.
We try again at the
Penyisian
distance
liganya
paid,
ini.
if they can hedge their
Ah,
bets
kunyit
and
mati,
use
Cok.
that ridge line, it's not easy to do. And oh no, looks like that.
Liganya ini berbayar, Lim. Daftar.
It's not going to be an easy one, but that ball
Tapi
does protect you. But
plusnya ya ibaratnya latihan serius ya menurutku ya ya liga kayak gini. Kan kalau ada pendaftarannya pasti serius Lim, nggak mungkin enggak.
Behind them, so they can't stay here too much longer, especially now that the zone has shifted.
Ini habis main di rumahnya Kermul nih.
Yo. Kill feed jump going down as well, and speed is actually
Oh, nice, John,
so
my
that's
friend.
a big loss there to Zanshin, and they're one of the teams that you probably want to see go down early if you're any of those mid or low level teams, because you don't want them soaking up all the kills. You want the points for yourself. So that's probably
Dari berapa lama Om di YouTube?
Yeah, it really is.
Nggak ada delaynya, Mas.
Unfortunately, there for all.
Oh, nggak
It's
ada.
down to 1. Speedy K still with the BRDM, which may offer him some protection for a little bit
Oh
longer.
ya,
He's
ini
just
Piro.
trotted back up there to have a look towards RZ, who
Oh iya tak share
is
screen
happy
ya.
to sit there at the moment.
Lupa
Just
aku.
round to
Boleh.
We Try Again because they're looking at Silent X. So Zenshin are going to lose another one here. We Try Again pick up 1. That leaves
Nico,
Zenshin with a solo.
Biar reaksinya
Old Bloods
sama,
with a
kan?
solo as well. We
Iya,
do
makanya.
see Incognito have shifted in. They've got
Kirain tadi share
Bizzle
screen aku,
behind
Mas.
them.
Kira aku.
4 up down
Wah.
below the bottom of the gully. At the moment, though, Lux are the ones that are being fed. Killaroo right on that T intersection. A push at the moment. Looking
Itu
up
tapi kalau kat
towards,
zona loro kabeh
Glory
gua ada
A
itu.
Supreme. There's
Next,
some
eh.
damage done there. First monkey ball, he hasn't landed it. Looks as though they've only got 3. I don't know if they've come in short as well. They have earlier in the season. Couple of bolties out here.
Oh nice
They're in
ya.
zone, and Gloria Supreme in zone as well, but right now they're pushing just down. They're going to sit above Lux, and there go Charm Farmers. So, well, they
Oh,
go out
ditempel
early
habis.
there, Darth, and we're down to 13.
Wah habis.
Yeah, Charm Farmers, I mean, they've always struggled. It's a bit of a shame that they do have the skill of that team.
Oh cuman kenok-kenok aja nggak dapat kill. Wah ini penentuan nih. Waduh tuh.
Just hasn't been that
Kenotis.
competition. As Nafscott, when they've been hot, this team has been hot, red hot, in contention for the top of the leaderboard. But unfortunately, they go cold for a long, long time.
Ini nih antara sama NF nih.
It's going to be quite
Selisih 3 poin, 13 poin.
too much longer either because they're very cunning targets. Lots going to come down to where the zone does go, and now that
Tuh,
it has
Roto apa tuh?
favored them a little bit, going to be a little bit worried about a few of these teams like push where they are
Kanan
going to
kiri,
go.
yo.
So they
Iya,
don't wanna get
rapat
stuck.
13 tim.
It'll be a killing.
Pes
field.
5 Lim.
Log, the other team fighting to try to get off the bottom.
Cakep
See
blue
them
zone
come
nih.
out of this compound for this fight, realizing and sweeping the edge that
Oh,
they
nggak
can't
jumper
Sama-sama.
pack.
up on the
Iya,
floor,
jumper.
gonna be relegated.
Selamatin.
It's-
Aman.
I find it hard. A lot of the coaches will tell you, keep playing your game. That's what you need
Kenok.
to get here. But I'm always of the mind that it's
Nigeria
not
itu.
working.
Oh, habis kena lotus bomb deh.
So it'll be interesting to see if they change it up or if they're going to play same old, same old.
Yeah, it could be a
Nigeria
completely
ya,
different
Bis.
story if they're going to
Tuh
drop
tuh,
down
habis
into,
unintended
Div
kena ki
2.
bang,
It'd
kena
be
bome apa?
good to see-
Coki apa?
I mean, it's great to
Putih.
see if a team drops
Iya,
down
coki.
and they do stick
Putih.
around and not just sort of disband or give it a miss. So hopefully teams that do go down, keep pushing on. Some of those teams have dropped down before, and then after that next season, they are straight back up into Div 1. So it's good to see that some of these guys can work hard and recover. It's Lee Lux squad up here down in the shanty town. It's not fantastic cover, but they've got at least some hard cover to play out of. And if they position these vehicles pretty well, they might better use them as well. They may not have to move too far from him, here. But certainly if they've got those vehicles to use, they'll be definitely handy. No Name's still kicking along. We saw Repugnance go. Shots are coming from across We Try Again. So right now they are going to try and send it and get up underneath them. Behind them, though, the fight rages on. It's Incog trying to gatekeep. 4 up we haven't seen much of yet, Darth, and Suspect goes down. He's the only one with a kill for them. They're looking up the hill.
Rapat yo.
Rapat iki. Wes 5, 13 tim iki rapat nemen iki.
Incog been playing much better tonight. Opening up.
Seru nih kan ini PUBG.
Exactly what they need. Maybe we will see that comeback coming on.
Nice, Popeye.
Fights kicking out all over this map right now. Incog going to 7, taking out Bizalog up towards the north. Also, that entire fight is
antara Sindu.
It is crazy.
Antara Sindu. Ya sing nduk kene mang main karo aku.
But they're just getting
pemainnya tadi yang kesini.
Yang C mang lo putih. Lo circleku yo pro player lem mbok pikir awakmu. Saking aja aku jago.
Mengerikan.
He's just going to delay. Overly's going to be the last one up and standing, but as those smokes dissipate, he is going to be very exposed. Dusky getting those flashes. Overly gets taken down really low.
Woi, Roto yang tim push.
4 up. We didn't see
jelas samaan.
that fight, but
Circle ku ana.
need to because they got all those kills there. 6 kills right now.
Oh, malah ngepush Rono.
Extremely good on Myanmar.
Kok antara sih ngepush modern ya?
They got 40 seconds or 40-ish seconds.
Ini ada persaingan deras kayak ini.
They certainly aren't. They've also got Asper in tonight.
Loh,
so a little bit of a change up.
kebalik.
Changing around here. Jerry's going to take some shots.
Kok dia turun ya?
That's Incog looking across at them. Suspect's the only one that's managed to get.
Oh, mungkin dipikir kenok 2.
Well, he's closer to the zone, but he's certainly not in. Looks as though the
oh, nggak turun sih mereka Popeye yang nge-push.
Iya. So Naf's got survive it, but survive it only
wah, iki maan antara selawan NF.
Underneath Incog, Brim's the only one in, but does have
makin kacau.
Makin kasih culungan.
Actually pretty good.
Nah,
They do have to be wary of We Try
Itu
Again.
satu orang OBS, itu satu orang itu.
Actually, about 3 solos on this side of the map over here on the northeast. Speedy's about to move. RZ's on the move for Zanshin. Just the 1 kill. They've been quiet. Be a second one here if Teddy doesn't spot out RZ here. Speedy K is still on the move. He looks to be moving slowly, so I'd say Speedy K's still got that BRDM. Grenade's going to come out here from RZ. Follow up one his direction as well, which is actually really good. Back the other way. There's a fight kicking off within Cog and 4 up by the
sama-sama.
And that's fantastic from Teddy. A Zanshin go out, and now Speedy K's been spotted. We'll leave that and go back to 4 up though.
Teddy. Ya jelas lah maan by 1 kah kita?
But Incog up above him, combined with Lux in that shanty, they're in a rough spot here. Really struggling to see them getting into the zone. This isn't easy at all. Dusky pulling back a little bit, just trying to find any sort of cover. He's going to go down to the blue if he's not careful here. And yeah, a bit of a tactical denial here coming out from 4 up, realizing that they are going to deny those points. Very tactical play from them. They are
seru kan kalau liga itu.
In contention, not as
nggak usah pakai peraturan P1 nembak nih. Dengan sendirinya dia nggak nembak.
Oh, BS dewe iki tahan iki.
But yeah, that takes us into our final real fight, I guess.
Siapa sih bakal menyala dinagi belum tahu rek. Ini uber-uberan ini. Jadi butuh support kayak sampean kancane ndak tetep. Yo, aku best support Indonesia. Lem. Cuman kelempahanku di AR sama di MR aja.
Kabeh sih Om kalau sampean.
had the best position in the zone, funnily enough.
Yeah, 4
Iya,
kills
kalau
now, Darth,
Kar
for
lagi hoki
Speedy
ya.
K. He's actually
Hoki.
done really well for Old Bloods here. Managed to keep the
Sawang aja.
BRDM in decent shape. I don't think it's going to last too much longer, but yeah, that next move will be an interesting one. Basically, the zone's going to be right on top of the ridge line here, so to get into this zone, you're going to be pretty well exposed unless yeah, the bowls are pretty open here, certainly to Incog on the other side, but they have to move as well. Really, it's Lilux with a little bit of hard cover that are probably in the best position. Teddy's going to move here.
Waduh.
Kayak gitu
Not
deh.
sure where he rolls up. He's certainly not in here.
Harus
If you
ngelawan
look on
dua
that
ini
map,
nih.
He's still got to push in. He too is a
Empat,
solo,
masih
picked
4
up
ya.
4 kills there and up towards 800 damage. He's actually going to park that vehicle. He may not want to let that get too far behind him, and this is going to be a big push from Incog. They're going to push up underneath the solos. They're going to have to engage Teddy back there. Or
Gila trigger
here come
disiplin.
those shots from him.
Aduh.
More damage from Teddy. He's going to be open.
Langsung
He's picked
ketoleh.
up over 800 damage, but now he's going to be open to
Nah,
the
kan?
rest of
Aduh.
Sama
Incog, and it's actually
OBS
going
di
to be
atas.
Speedy K
Iya.
with another one.
Yeah,
Sudah
this
bagus
is
loh padahal ya ngambilnya di situ.
absolutely
Iyo.
fantastic for him. The only problem is in Incog, they're gonna look to try to
Burung
sweep up
mingkem,
above him.
lihat trigger
And liking
disiplin.
to see
Iya.
Lux
Aku lihat
starting
trigger
to get
disiplin.
out of their compound and Speedy
Kayak
K
oleh
is
gitu kayaknya.
above there, put the pressure on Incog.
Iya.
Some of the flushes coming
Burung
out
mari
as well. This
ngomong.
is fantastic, but now he's getting pincered. He's pretty much cooked now, but he's done a lot of good work. A lot of good work.
Dapat nggak sih TD? Nggak dapat ya?
Kills, putting in the hard yards. He well and truly earned his pay tonight. He's sending it in straight
Lo
towards
menabrak
Incog, seeing if
mana?
he can get maybe a bit of a team run.
Lo kok gurunya gitu?
Incog are hurting so bad.
Boh,
right
langsung
now.
dirataan.
This is too much as the Lux push out and take home their first chicken dinner of the night.
Boleh lah, boleh.
Yeah, aduh.
Saking aja aku gak di ban aku lim.
Di pen ya. Oh, Deep City player tadi Pak. Pantas jago.
Yo, gak usah ngelem-ngelem aku kayak ngono. Santai, aku jago biasa lim.
Deep Seat, Om, Deep Seat. Untuk ndros gas lo yo.
Ih, parah. Bostem.
Oh.
Lagi.
Lumayan tabungan 6 kill. Uroto.
Jedane berapa menit Om?
Apa deh? 5 menit.
Tiap match jedane berapa menit? Isomane berapa menit per map?
Ya iki 5 menit.
Oh, 5 menit. Oh enak toh. Nanti gak ono. Nampil.
Aku kan ngetim ambek Maan sih. Cuman aku metu.
Bravo, kok udah.
OBS. Aku sama Maan. Yo, beda pendapat Lim di dalam sebuah tim sama-sama carry kan gak iso.
Lek menurutku nganu sih. Butuh anu sampean.
Hah,
Pentol
butuh.
goreng halo.
Lah aku
Iku
sama-sama
as a
carry
carry.
sama-sama tajem ya kan. Aime terus ditaruh di sebuah tim ya ndak bisa lah.
One man squad aja rata ya Om.
Iya.
Oh, gila.
Ngikutin serut kah kamu aku?
Main, gak boleh.
Ngikutin serut kah kamu aku?
Sekarang botnya amo ayo.
Ngikutin serut kah kamu aku?
Salut.
Saking aja aku. Berantem kan aku sama Maan.
Gak pendapat tuh ya.
Yo. Sama-sama tajem. Hello. Ahmad, OBS Gojek gak sih barusan? Gojek apa? Nang.
Kesana kemari dan tertawa.
Kayak lagunya Ayu Ting Ting loh. Kesana kemari.
Lah iku lho.
Apa?
Iki manual kan
Apa
iki janjin ngene iki. Dek nulis manual.
Alillah.
Kalau enggak langsung dikonekin gitu bisa enggak ya? Cekok to wire dikonekin ke kayak gini loh Lim. Di live ku lho Lim.
Bisa. Apa sih sing gak bisa buat sampean ki Om? Taek.
Nyantai ae.
Iki Bank Indonesia lek iso di-coding ngono soge aku.
Cuk, lah iku lak ya kelas tinggi cuk yang coding Bang ini.
Dewek gak iso di-coding masalahnya. If money kurang dari 100 create money ngono kan. Enak fitur give item ngono enak sih donya iki.
Oh, cepet gini ya. Gak anak 5 menit. Aslinya
Anu nek iso money.
iya. Aslinya nu masalahnya lek wis ono panjere, pasti dia gak mau gak itu. Gak nurut.
Ada suaranya kau? Kemute.
Oh iya, kemute. Dimute Salim kok
Wih.
Parah.
They've been hot and
Parah.
cold, and Charm Farmers on the other side, they know they're getting relegated, so they can just play freely now. they're a dangerous team. They're not quite as dangerous as Zanshin are, but I would say they're dangerous because they got nothing to lose. So you gotta be careful when you come up against these teams. As the noob tubes get traded each other out, but more players coming through in here to clean up. A bit unfortunate.
One by
there
one.
As the flush is actually going to come on in. Maka, his backup is here. Invis, he's got the home defense weapon with the rest of the team coming in as well with Denim up. All got the home defense weapon coming on out.
Ini padahal kita tiap hari turunnya sini loh, Lazar lagi ya.
And, just like that, Nafscod, their chances of getting up in the money are looking just as well. They were looking a little bit lower, but now Invis has gone down. So he's going to need to pick up as well.
Coming in with a Uzi.
Santuy.
Maka
Weh, mana yang
again
lain
trying
weh?
to save the day, and Intended comes across,
Itu
jumps
dia.
shot over the top, managed to put him down. He'll definitely want to flush that one out because the rest of his team are being cleaned up. He's going to have someone drop on his head.
Nice.
He
Nice.
certainly does. It's Cunny over the top. He can't get
Lo
the
latihan
flush
lek
back
karo
up.
aku lim. Lazar iki.
Charm Farmers.
Oke, ini iki butuh trade kill ngono tok lim ora sing Fahri. Tuh.
Hari-hari bareng Om terus turun di sini ya.
Nafscod start the night better. They've
Tapi
picked up 4 and they should be able to get
ini sih, Mas, ada
dipped
strategi baru
back
sih
in
dari kemarin ada
after
teman
the
baru kan.
issue with the Panzer. I thought that was a trade
Itu
as well, Dart,
strateginya
but
lumayan keren sih.
I looked a bit closer at the feed and I think he copped a little bit of blowback and actually knocked himself. I think Maka probably did get some shots out with his weapon and Dip probably got put down low by Maka. Then just the blowback from the
gas mau
explosion
kemana ini,
managed
guys?
to put himself down. So it was almost basically a trade. But it's not actually all over because someone's actually heard a bit of these shenanigans going on. Gloria Supreme have come across to have a bit of a look.
Om Fahri itu pemain handal. Droskas gak boleh ikut liga kah? Yo di ban aku rek.
Oddity how calm everyone was. We saw no fighting basically until circle number 2. But now
Kena setup nih.
hunt each other down. Zanshin, we're seeing them in the kill feed now.
Wah, ini kayaknya itu sih Mas. Menurutku ini
It's not just about leading,
sakit hati sih kayaknya nih.
it's also about
Aduh.
denying other teams the points. So that's something to be aware
Kok
of.
keperucut aku sorry.
These games a lot harder. You gotta feel for the charm farmers though. Just want to show them
Kayaknya nah itu ini nih yang bikin
good as a hot drop team. Usually they're very strong in that mid to late game team.
rata ini. Ih, pertarungan antara mantan dan Slungal.
It's just how it goes, and it's been a bit unfortunate. They've never found their footing thus far. This
Ini nating tulus ini gas ini.
hopefully they can
Kalah ya wis, menang ya wis. Kamu diratakan.
See him come back, that's for sure. After they are one of those teams. This is a Sirius are going to lose another one here. That's 2 they've lost on an early rotate. Certainly on a big map. They've managed to run into Zanshin and also
Masih
managed to
ingin
run into
membuktikan
Push,
rupanya.
lose 2 players and just basically gone down in the middle of
Ini
a
bisa
field, a long
sengaja
way from
di-cut
Push's
sih. Hati ya
compound,
langsung
but
katai lah
this
ini.
Monkey Boy will pick up 1 there for them.
Waduh bahaya
They
ini.
sit only 4 points below
Yo.
Old Blood, so they themselves, if they have a terrible night, they're potentially one of those teams that
Fahri
will
kok
go
pemain
down.
handal.
So a couple of good games from them, really to keep them safe. As they look across to Serious Esports with only 2 players left, not too far from Push. We've got the 2-2 split.
Tapi tahu
from-
gak ya lek ada pendatang ya tadi.
Currently sitting in 4th
Harusnya
place.
belum
They've got
sih.
no names close by.
Ini cuma harus
And then
dengerin
upper
step.
end water treatment 2-2 split from Sego Fanboys. No one to
Nah,
the
ini
Nah,
Mana?
udah ada. Oh, nunggu di mobil dia setup, Cuk. Wih, selamat.
aggression match number 2 Farky, a little bit of a different story, completely different, even though the zone is very similar up in that north.
Wah, ini kalau ini niat sih, Mas.
Very different.
Kalau ini sih niat, nggak ada red dot.
Maybe
Wah.
tease them too much of like
Ini kalau nggak ada red dot, itu.
Oh,
Ini
that's
kayaknya.
like, like wait a minute, hold my beer.
Oh, ini dia yang menggeser posisiku.
Definitely hunting for points here at the moment. Sitting on that blue chip recall, and Cunny's just managed to pass his way between two players, so that's really made things difficult now for Glory A Supreme. So they've got to commit one way or the other. And Nazira now has to turn towards Cunny.
Nazira ini nggak pakai red dot ya.
Utility out towards
Meh.
Nix,
Oh.
and they're going to go down. Two grenades are certainly
Iki lo
this is
seru
gonna be
iki.
problems for
Iki
Glory
kena
A
pisan.
Supreme. Grenade right there behind Nazira, who's just managed to get it. That'll take them down to half health again, but it's only a matter of time now as Nafscott with their 4 kills are going to close in, and this place
Loh, Popeye kena.
Dimas has got a knock there. Headshot in the end for unintended. Popeye's gone down.
Seru.
Dip is
Kirain diganti.
actually
Yang perang,
nowhere
boy.
near
Nah,
insane.
iki, boy.
Dip had dipped out away from this fight. It is actually over.
Iki seru ini,
So,
pertarungan sakit hati yo iki.
for Nafscott as they close in.
Lu kena mana? Karek tinggal Haikat.
Card coming in. They'll get this revive
Haikat
onto
gak mungkin
Popeye.
nge-push Haikat.
There's high card looking potentially for a
Itu ke arah
revive. One
Birel
push
tuh, ke arah Birel.
6 kills for Nafscott now.
Oh, memang NF ini yang merusak
Here we go. Gas will get this revive. So
ketentraman gas iki.
Slow's managed to actually crawl back into some cover. So they've still got some work to do.
Lo langsung dipush.
Comes out on that backside. They're expecting them to be around behind.
Ini pasti di
there.
dalam Discord terwame ini. Mati kok.
That actually spotted out that fourth player. Because Highcard was a long way back. Was sitting.
Oh, langsung pede loh, no.
Nafscott, meanwhile, I'm not sure. what
Anak-anakku
Dick's doing.
tersayang, aku
They've
tidak
done
bisa
this for
komen
3.
ya.
Pertarungan
Amongst that fight, but
mantan
they close in.
dan yang asli pergeseran penduduk.
Got them surrounded here.
Waduh,
Plenty of flashes go out.
surprise ya.
Pope is the only one that's poked his head in. Looking at each other there. A nice little angle down the stairs. Dip, I think, is finally coming back.
Roto. Wah, ditembak-tembak Mayate. Wah, ditembak-tembak sama HP. Waduh, ini kayaknya. Ini berang-berang menjadi ketupat. HP nembak-nembakan itu. Waduh, perah.
Him back on the comeback chopper from the previous fight. So
Ini maksud hati membegal. Ini dia yang aku gak bisa berkata-kata, Bang Bon.
Nafs,
berat
that could have been rough for them. That could have been very rough, but they managed to reset after that Charm Farmers fight, and
Mantan tim.
very impressive to win that out.
Wah, itu kayaknya dari hati yang paling dalam di setup. Itu rencana yang nggak mungkin 1-2 hari nih.
Setting
Berbulan-bulan nih kayaknya.
disadvantage, they came out on top as a gas. Well, they're not 100% clear yet. They still got Ciego.
Wah, sini loh, si Om ya, tapi like first first Popeye 1 ilos asine ya. Lek nek liga.
Ya nek turnamen los. Wis buah katene gelut banget. Enak-enak turnamen kan nggak banyak aturan.
Kon lek kate gelut ya monggo, tapi yo lek tusun resikomu ngono
Ya
ya.
wis sak karepmu wis, gak usah resiko-resikoan.
Sago, who we've mentioned, they've got 2 down there already.
Wah, ini
and
kayaknya nggak
moving
bisa
the
nih.
other 2, Valley and Ike, on the
Birel harus
roll,
merubah
so
strategi
want
nih
to
kayaknya.
Squat up there and play a little bit tighter, which is
Kalau
probably a
aku
good
masih
idea
jadi posisinya
for them.
Haikat,
Team I'd be a little
nggak
bit
terima aku
worried about
ditembak-tembak
his
kotak
lead
kayak
likes
gitu.
with a 2-1-1 split. I think it was a
Aduh, berat.
3-1.
Susah aku.
Only moments ago, but now they may need to get a little bit of support up the hill because Antares are coming in. They sit only 2 spots above them on the leaderboard. Antares in 5th place.
Ini posisinya Mas Bon ini diambang Fajar, gak komentarin loh, Tim.
And Blessed is gonna hear these come in.
Snoopy kau wedeng, Pak. Kayak ngono loh blikir.
Kicking himself there, and Killaroo
Snoopy itu
is
pemain yang pernah
hightailing
aku
it
kenal
out
paling
of there.
tenang, Mas.
That is a full squad creeping up.
Dia mau
Blessed
nabrak
is
aku.
dirty
Ada di shot
about
videoku.
that he's managed to be turned on there by Snoopy.
Tak report ya.
Miller was coming through, but not there in time. But that
Aku
leaves
pernah mau
Killaroo
ditabrak
to
sama dia.
hoof it down the hill and away. Miller's going to come across for a little bit of support. They may.
Iki Indonesia Lim.
Enough here. Catch
Ini
side
Budi
off them,
ini
and they
Filipina,
are gonna
namanya
catch
Budi
side
ini.
of them. Killaroo's got to be very careful here. He's just over the ridge line. Miller stepped out, left that vehicle. That could be danger as well. There's going to be teams
Bisa sih poin ini
potentially
Antares.
third parting this shooting across Desire. Maybe overextended there. No, tuck back in. Killaroo could be safe. Miller back in those wheels. They need to get that pick up and get back down the hill.
Oh,
Desires looking to spread further.
soalnya ini
down and maybe
Antares
even
harus
chase
cari
them down.
poin
They're
gila-gila
certainly
ini mepet
hungry
ini
here at the
Antares
moment in
serius
Terrace. This is a
NF.
nice little angle, but Lee Lux will just get clear. Now we can focus on the rest of the fight. There's a lot of open
Iku
space
lho,
on
Nyit.
that north side at the moment, Darth.
Kok nek gak diseneni
There
gak
definitely is, particularly given
Klumpul-klumpul
the play path that
kunyitingannya
they
nih.
have. Teams do like landing more towards the central
Snoopy gak
part
tahu
of
loh
this
tuh,
map,
aku.
so that
Snoopy
they
ku
don't
koncone
want to
video
face
didoi lho.
too much. That has created a bit of a gap in that north area.
Bener, bener.
Tends to not be very popular.
Betul.
So it has
Snoopy
kita
kan
enak
yang
tuh.
anjing putih itu kan.
expected. We'll
Bener,
see.
ya.
The utilities do tend to be a bit of magnets, you know, your power and your water.
Waduh,
So
Bang
I
Snoopy,
am expecting
Om
it to
Dros
shift,
ini.
Closer to water, but we will see in a few seconds of time. We try
Wah,
again,
itu tadi
moving
wis.
and getting ready.
Kalau aku sih
Pretty much all our
match ketiga nih
all close enough to it.
nggak terima aku.
No, they just run
Bisa
straight.
mayat tembak-tembak sama habis.
Any team that we try again didn't want to be giving points to is definitely Zench.
Parah.
They're trying to chase them down. Now with only 2 players in the game, maybe they've been nerfed. Maybe this is a patch where Zench are being nerfed on out, but they're still putting in the hard yards and they're getting the
Oh,
points.
ada
How
MT.
much more do we have to nerf them? Can they only use their left hands on the mice or something? I don't know, Mikey. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it could be a little bit of Viva La Dirt League and playing with their feet.
Ini kok
later
boleh
on,
main
but,
berdua?
Look, they've still picked up
Iya,
2
harusnya
kills.
nggak boleh ya.
They're
Harusnya
good
nggak
enough.
boleh
We'll see if they
lah.
get into the top 10, pick
Wah,
up some
parah.
placements.
Wah.
Zone shifts, we're going to the east of water treatment. So NAF's got after
Panitia,
a
panitia.
decent start, getting rid of 2 squads. Also coming in on the fat side of the circle here, they've got space to burn. They've got plenty of
Oh, aman,
real
bos.
estate
Serius
across
di
there
mana
at the
serius?
moment. They've got the low
bawah.
grounds, so we'll have to wait and see where we end up. At the moment, though, with 4 up, they're looking across the flats. A lot of shots out towards that team, rotating off in the distance, which is push. Sirius still find themselves in
Sirius.
trouble on rotates. They could
Aduh,
use
aduh.
another one. There's some more shots.
Ayo,
to
yu,
the
Bayu,
distance.
Melayu, yu.
One more will do it on that play.
Okay.
It's going to be Senai on the move. 14 hit points, gets safe, but Juice X is here on the Overwatch, and they are, I mean, Serious Esports are certainly not safe, that's for sure, because Push really, they got the gatekeep set up here. There's only one player from Serious there that's sort of rotating further away. That's Fatties is potentially going to be safe. Incock rotating the same way. There's a few teams
treatment ni
around
loh.
to this east
Empat
side
tim.
at the moment. They've obviously heard us there, Darth, but
ATR bisa masuk nih. Budi populer, ayo
We're gonna
masuk.
jump into water treatment.
Definitely the
Gila,
utilities
seru
starting to
nih.
kick off now. We try again. Now running into Diego and boys as the grenade's coming out. It's gonna fall just a little bit short.
Loh, ketatap oke di heading sama TD Blue Zone.
It's gonna be bounced off here by TD, and that's actually important there because that keeps
Aduh, aduh,
empty
aduh, aduh.
outside of it.
Kena,
The
kena
bomb
iki.
coming from
Aduh.
Jason on
Kurang
the
jauh.
side. And how it just plays out, that blue zone
Oh.
forced him to crawl, which denied that molly from spreading. That is quite an interesting series of events that has just unfolded there. Only we would know. with
Gak
our
gacha
hacks
deh
and
yo,
observe.
gak gacha nembak yo.
That's some interesting plays.
Di ketemu iki kan gak ketemu arek iki Mlim. Arek iki kan trigger disiplin. Makanya ndak nembak dia.
So they're capable of it. They just got to back themselves and fight it on in.
Deh, ini kelamaan bisa tercumbek loh anak ini. Bisa lock nih.
Hill on the other side, so you can't lollygag too long on this side. Definitely doable if you want to do it.
Nah, tapisan.
Yeah, they probably should have pushed in a little bit early. He's coming in with a shorty. Now the flash goes out.
Bum,
Goes
bum!
straight past. That one's going to pay off. He's dropped the flash. Gets the switch over back to the org. Emp's going to come in. Flashed out.
Wih, kena ADS, Pak.
They dilly-dallied on the outside of the edge of water treatment here. They really should have got in there a lot sooner. I really thought they were going to get caught out there, and they almost did. And we try again. Aren't safe out of this. James is
Belakang
coming
masih ada
through
James.
as well.
Coming through. Loh, gak tertarik iki.
Pushes himself out. Manages to get the flash onto
Loh,
Kev.
iki seru
Well
sih.
played
Kalau ini seru
Log.
sih.
showing us some plays here that
Oke,
they
Snoopy
have
dapat 1.
dearly needed throughout the season. They're going to pick up 4 kills, and they'll get that revive onto Blazing. They might have come in with 3, Darth, but they're certainly putting in some work here, as it looks like we are heading towards water treatment.
Loh, dipus iki. NF dipus ya?
Ya, kita yang masuk, Om.
Oh,
Asalnya
kita yang
posisinya
mau-
di kunyit. Yo.
Nah, ini.
That was really nice from them.
Itu ada yang trigger disiplin itu, hati-hati.
And a round with push looking in. They've got some nice positioning on
Ini harus ketemu cepat di ngunyan 1 nih di bawah nih. Bahaya nih.
Iya.
Nanti fokus ke depan, matikan.
try to clear them out for the time being. But we've got a few fights kicking up. We've got All Bloods looking to see how they're going to push in. They're outside of the
Gambar
zone.
ranten gua apa, Om?
They're backtracking a little bit, and Terror is here.
Recall.
This
Map
could
lagi
be a
gua
little bit more tricky from them.
Menghidupkan deh.
Saloon and Smiley.
Nek mati,
There's a lot of
nek
lines
sampean gampang matian iso tak recall.
easy pathing into the zone. So this is going to be quite tricky as
Aku juarang.
to stay in this game.
Loh, kena bom.
The early
HE of Destiny.
that's going to continue on now, unfortunately, for the All Bloods.
Atasnya sudah diambil
Gotta be careful with
STR.
these rotates here, but we'll go back to Push, because
Double
I think
need.
Naf's got have now reinforced. Looks as though Pusher got the opening knock, opening couple of knocks, in fact. So done well here. They'll get the flush there onto Unintended, one of the danger plays. That only leaves. Well, Pope's gone. I think that really only leaves Dip left. So Naf's got after starting well, picked up 8 kills. They're not even into placement points yet, but Push obviously kicked off that fight nicely with the opening knock. Or might have picked up a couple.
Ketahuan,
Dip's been
Cuk.
spotted out from underneath
Ketahuan
the vehicle,
kakinya.
in trouble here. 1 hit point is going to
Kaburi.
attempt to med this out. Double flashes. It's
Ay,
only
Kak
gonna be a
Iso, Kak
matter of time.
selamat.
And it's first Monkey Boy getting it. They've got to be
Kena
careful here
double
because there's gonna be
hit,
teams
Pak,
coming
Pak.
in. I can see one lurking in the background. Incog are there. 6 kills.
Snoopy
for Push.
masuk. Wih, tarung.
But Incog were busy out in
Wah,
the
ini
blues and they're trying to do
antara
the same
sudah
thing.
agak lega. NF,
In
NF
fact,
rata.
Interrogate
Nah,
finished
push,
up
push, push,
then,
push,
but
push.
Incog were delayed for a while, but they do have to be careful here, Darth. That they're out of zone. They've got Push in front. They've
Soalnya
got
nempel
Terra
banget iki
behind,
Lem
they've got
Antares
Push
karo
and
NF
All
iki.
Bloods, and then Terra's further to the north with a little bit more
Oh, ini
high
ya?
ground.
Iya kan apa kill fit langsung ke notif tuh NF eliminated. Berarti
Push in with that
pesaingnya
water
sudah
treatment, which
jauh. Sirius juga ke eliminasi Antares.
side 'cause you're
Leha-leha nih.
outside of water treatment. And you can't play on the eastern
Pesaing terdekatnya sudah tereliminasi tapi NF sangu 8 poin.
out and get as many kills and points and deny this opportunity. You can see
Dari
Antonio is
point
wanting to
kill.
play in there, but
Iya kill kemang 8 poin.
play right now. As Incognito, Mav gets second down low, Inside gets taken out. Bryn coming in on the outskirts. He's going to be the last one up and he takes out one, but there's two men.
Wow, dua tim Pak iki 8 poin juga.
At him and Incog goes down. They
Cik,
look
tuh wayangnya
really
mana,
good for
Cik?
match number 1, but now coming into match number
DM-nya
2,
kunyit mana
that's
DM-nya
not the
kunyit?
points that they needed. All Bloods, it was looking really rough for them coming out of the blue, and they just get deleted with another BRDM. How are the All Bloods finding all of these flares? How come I never find them?
Yeah, I mean, same, Darth. It's not worked out for them in this situation, and they're going to give up a BRDM to Antares. So Antares have come over the top. That's what we were looking at a moment ago, with all these teams collapsing in onto each other as Baywang comes through and says, "Thank you very much. I'll take
Snoopy
that little bit of
5
armor
kill.
into my hands." And now they can look down the hill at Push, who have lost Juice X. They've had a very good start here, Push. We mentioned they were sitting below Old Bloods and potentially not safe. But again, another lower team has stepped up. 8 kills now for Push. They've been listening to us, I
Lilok
think,
ini juga
Darth.
bisa ngejar.
Push having a much better game, and we're into placement points.
Yeah, definitely embracing their own name, pushing out, finding a little bit of that aggression, and I think that's been a bit of the case of the comp. The teams that find aggression and sweep
Game
and
kedua
play
berarti
with the ball
18.
tend to find a lot more success than those that are hunkering back a little bit and are a little bit on that slower side. Cherry, you can see him venturing out there, very aggressive, but he's playing out for the kills and found out what that
main
knocks
bibir
there.
zona
That
deh.
is huge from him on
Pinter
the push
posisinya
that
Pi.
now opens up a bit of an avenue. You can see suspects sweeping in, looking for that double knock there, realizing that they're very, very hurt. Just gotta be a little bit careful with Anteros on that northern edge.
Isok ke sampah dia Om yo.
This space now,
Iso.
huge amount of space for up. Would love to see them capitalize on it. Pulling back a little bit, and now they got the zone. They get that.
Oh, gak ono sing kesambah. Mlebu kabeh gile.
Absolutely massive. Cherry, the one leading the way, pushing out into the blue to get that angle. That was a really smart and aggressive play that really paid off for them. 4UP doing extremely well. See them pulling back now, immediately repositioning for those hills on the side of water treatment. Got a couple of teams now that are going to have to push out of there. And Torres could look to try to hold the top. Bizlag, they can hold the edge of water treatment, but it's a little bit open at that entrance. So it'll be interesting to see how they play that out as well. A lot of excitement about to open and pop off Funky as this zone starts to close on in.
Yeah, I mean, and
Antara siki sing roto angel iki.
RDM, which is a bit of a bonus, and really they can play this high ground, so they're in the optimal spot here at the moment, but they've got to still deal with 4UP who have ticked along to 6 kills. Really, they should be raining some shells into that BRDM, get into that thing before it's going to have an impact. It's potentially already, it's potentially already damaged. I'm not too sure, but they can rain shells into that just to get that down. As Sago fanboys, you mentioned it could be tricky coming out of water treatment, and I mean it's getting down towards half health. It's okay for the moment, but they don't want to get this thing. I don't want to let this get up close and personal into their space, because it is a bit of a distraction. And at the moment they're a little bit spread here as well. 4UP a 2-2 split. They're just probing at the moment in Terrace, just trying to bait out, like you said, bait out 4UP to try and flush them and see where they're at. But it's gonna kick off here, and that's a good grenade towards Asper there from Design. It looks as though they want to get up here and try and consolidate. They've only left Dusky back, but they really need to deal with this fight. Buddy out with some utility. There's the opening knock from him. Suspect will go down. Dusky still back at the shack. He might actually be stuck back there, Darth. I'm not sure if he's able to get across to them.
Yeah, especially with Geordie on the other side, might be forced to hunker down a little bit here. He could have some good lines aside, keeping them in. And
Ini aku nitip nyet.
played this really well.
Tak kasih
Nice
pari nanti.
patience from them. They tried to lure them into a fight with the BRDM, but they didn't take that bait, and it's worked out supremely because Dusky's going to be the last one up and standing. He's stuck in the shack. He's going to get some nice tags. Almost manages to get the knock. There's the flushes are coming out. And that
Catatan, Plit, aku titip catatan.
really was acting as that bait to try to draw out the fire. They didn't take it for
Ternyata roh aku masalah itu tadi.
They're going to be left with just that solo up and standing. Meanwhile, back inside of water proper, Bizlug, they are getting a little bit trapped now with Lelux. This is a tricky area to get out. Oh, just on that other side, it is so open as Blazing trying to set the place on fire.
Ini dituair sudah ada guys.
Almost flicking onto his own teammate. They're going to be careful, you know, in these situations.
Tak kasih
Anything
tuwira.
that moves, as long as it's not your teammate, that is, you're going to cop an earful from that. Juice holding on to the entrance, and you can see just that slight little clearing now as the smokes dissipate. They're going to do something soon, Lux, as their time is slowly running out.
Yeah, it certainly is, Darth, and looks as though Juice still has one lethal bit of utility there. Has a molly, and that would be perfectly placed in there at the moment, but the Lux have somehow snuck
Ini
out
udah,
of
kamu
there.
klik aja itu tuainya
They've ducked around
Doraemon.
into the blue, and they've gone out that backside. So they've taken this fight away from Bizzle.
Sudah kah?
They're going to
Udah, nah pelan-pelan ya.
their faith in running down this hill and getting away from them. Little Hope is waiting there. Almost takes a headshot somehow from Killaroo. Does
Woi,
it,
Snoopy
and
dapat
gets
satu tuh.
cleaned up. Little Hope.
Semakin menjauh Antares tidak ada yang megang ini.
Snoopy chipped in there to get the third one.
Antares nggak ada yang ganggu. Lilak
Terrace
itu
pick up
Lim.
another one. No name survived. Dusky's still there as the solo. No Names with 3 kills, 3 players up.
Kemungkinannya gede ki antara chicken.
They were looking really good, Darth, until Antares came around with that
Posisinya
BRDM and
naik,
ran into them. 9 kills now
Iki
for
lho sik duwe iki lho.
And,
Devan masih punya apa beredem ini loh.
4 up and
Loh,
Antares
9
are
kill,
right
Pak,
next to
dek.
each other on that leaderboard. Antares are
Duh,
closing
nambah
in
lagi.
with this game at the moment.
Kenok masih, ayo.
Even do enough if they take out Dusky and even take out that chicken dinner, they might even be able to get above them. So this is not looking too good for 4 up, but for Antares, this is looking really, really nice. Blue zone coming out. Dusky, they're finally starting to put some damage onto that BRDM. They were biding their time, but now it's almost run out.
Harusnya dikontrol Antares sih.
Struggling to see Dusky getting out of that compound.
Oh iya, Pak.
RZ still putting in some of the damage for Zanshin. They've got the placement points. They're even picking up some of the kills. And this is just going to be heartbreaking stuff for those teams that are trying to chase them down. But for the fans,
Dikontrol Antares iki.
loving this. You know, 2 players, no worries. They'll do it as a duo. They'll even do it as a solo Zanshin.
Waduh,
They're
dapat.
just backing themselves. They've got that confidence right now as they've got Antares on the other side of that hill where they can start to look into water right now. It's all kicking off on this side of Myanmar as Antares buddy starting to sweep around.
Tuh kan, Antares kelihatan.
RZ might get line to sign any second now.
Yeah, Buddy just lurking there.
9 kill iki lek sampai chicken 19 poin iki kalau masih nambah lagi.
With 7 leading the way, 800 plus damage there for Snoopy. They're looking down towards No Names. Dusky gonna get another knock there. Rems should be safe. Rez, what's he got now? Dusky's had a pretty good season.
Duo
Dusky.
squad.
700 damage tonight in this match alone. 2 kills. Dialing in towards No Names. The revive still hasn't come through. Does have 1 grenade. There's another knock there. Juice has managed to pick that one up, so that revive isn't coming through just yet. Rems is going to go, in fact, so Dusky picks up another one. RZ is...
Chicken kayak iki Antares. Oh, chicken iki.
Ripping into the BRDM. There's going to be a player above him.
Kan?
Almost got that knock, Buddy.
Ditun back mati cok Budi.
Would love to know that, how close he put him down, because he absolutely
Chicken iki Antares. Nah, udah. Cok berapa kill dia?
And now it is 4
Sangar.
1 Darth. Antares with 11.
Rolas. Jadi
ini 2 ini harus dapat.
As you know, both these teams are going to be happy with that.
Tuh, Devan nggak itu, dia nggak pengen ngekill.
And once again, a final bait.
13 kill, 23 poinnya, Pak. Wah, semakin menggeliat iki persaingan iki. 23 kill dijajah Indonesia, Bro, Liga Australia. Hah.
Saya kaya dulu.
Oh, aku tahu. Rokokan sih itu.
Antares.
Tuh. Antares saja nyarip serius loh langsung. Tuh, tapi kok buanter ya? Itunya. Delay ini loh. Hah?
Itu buat ini.
Iku ndek tak dekek ndek live chat YouTube iku.
Kok gak muncul kayak kemang ya?
Engko lek wis pas ending kate mlebu. Enggak, tapi tuh akhirnya cepet loh ini. Match 20. Ini langsung keluar. Apa iki sing berbayar ya? Iya Kak Selim?
Enggak.
Sing real time lho, meh real time ya? Delay-nya enggak terlalu lama.
Enggak, Om. Wis lek Jansen iki wis gak mungkin diuber ya koyoke.
Janzin seiso karo WTA. Pokoknya dia nggak nambah.
Nah, kuwi. Gila, poin kile.
Ini masih bisa nih antara sih bisa nyari posisi 2. Kalau dia anggap aja antara 20 sisa 4, 2 kali 4 40, 80. Bisa tapi ya rada angel juara 1. Indo 4 tim ya Mas. Betul Helmi. Thank you Likesnya.
Lelek kontender ya, Om.
Iku sing liga loro nih lah. Sing rada iku gak alap-alap nemen lah Lim.
Anu yo.
Liga 1, Liga 2 ya kan. Lu lek pentol Liga 4.
Tuh.
Ternyata bukan cuma mangga guys, lengkengnya Aloy juga enak banget, gede, manis nih. Gue ngerti Aloy bisa, kayaknya dia dapat bibit-bibit yang bagus, lahan yang subur, petaninya juga jago.
Oke cuy, jadi baru aja sampai paket gue dari Aloy. Gue baru aja beli pisang sama dia. Nah buat kalian yang mau beli pisang langsung aja ke dia. Terus gue juga beli kemiri tadi buat di rumah.
Nyapa lo?
Dek digarapi artis-artis lho. Kabeh-kabeh tuku buah nang Aloy.
Loy, lu mangga lu mulai asem loy. Buset ini mangga asem.
Dek digarapi lho. Lagi lho Lim leader bote.
Nih. Oh iki ya.
Asem banget tuh men.
Iki manual gak sih Dek?
Tahun udah sering beli lagi kasih yang asem.
Gue pengen memastikan ke
Gak mungkin masuk manual.
bisnis utama Mr. Aloy itu ya tetap baju. Ini ada produk-produk dia di gudangnya.
Untuk
baju-baju kaosnya, ya. Jadi
Ostos
bukan
Mastis.
mangga itu bisnis sampingan. Nah ini dia emang punya etalase untuk jualan mangga di
Ada
rumah.
lah.
Nah, ini logonya udah ada tuh.
Kalau saya ini nggak jual jagung, ini nggak jual mangga, buah matoa, pisang, mangga muda, mangga manis, dan nggak jual apa-apa. Kalau saya bohong.
Fokus main mana yo? Gendeng.
Om kapan mabar LDR 2? Lah. Ronggo lawe ini. Pernah main sama aku kah LDR?
viewer lama kayak Om.
Kok tahu aku lek main LDR? Ketemu di mana? Kita LDR Ronggolawe. Kayaknya ketemu di kota itu loh yang sebelum aku gawe kota lelep.
Iya sing sampean
Land of Wild apa itu loh paling.
karo ibu-ibu ya.
Wah ditobruk iki cari poin. Kunyit pakai senjata JS.
Not fair. I don't know if Macca had even picked up a weapon, but Nafscod were just so fast to get across there.
We've seen that happen so often. Did Macca's dog poop on their lawn or something? Like, what's going on here? Poor Macca, he just has had
Nothing tulis iki arek iki. Kayaknya sudah
the previous match.
menang ya wis.
Oh wow.
We saw this happen a few times last week as you know they're just coming for the charm.
Wah, tahu bro iyo.
Iya.
Now
Golek poin, Lim.
That's a harsh one. They're charging on in, like despite having the numerical
Kenop.
disadvantage. Elliot goes down, unintended charging in.
Pokoknya dapat Roto. Satu lagi, sabar.
That's just gonna leave it all
Sabar.
to Viz, and that's a heartbreaker for them. You gotta really
Was.
take it in your stride not to be tilted.
Kayaknya sing backup
He's managed to get
mati
that
kunci.
knock. He almost gets the flash on his own teammates.
Popeye,
That's a
Pak,
bit awkward there. And he
Popeye yang
finally
naik.
goes on down, and Charm Farmers get eliminated. And that's a hard one there for the Charm Farmers.
Oke, menit ketiga sudah tabungan 4, oke lah.
Community, a big name state, done a lot. You know, one of the former
Kayak
castles,
nothing
particularly of the
tulus
lower
ya,
down
iya.
divisions, and yeah, you hate to see them get done like that off the drop, being chased.
Iya, Pak,
down.
ngejar setoran arek-arek Lim.
That's a real harsh one.
Yeah, very harsh indeed, Darth. It's almost like they've done a bit of homework there, Nafscod. They sit down in 7th place at the moment, but they must have kept a very close eye on the Charm Farmers drop because they were all over them there. And they've been just unceremoniously deleted from this match here, which is match number 3 of the night. And Dip's about to bring in
Ini
that
kalau
lost player,
habis
so
nggak dapat
we're
kill
gonna
banyak,
see
nggak
that
usah
player
diajak ke
back
promo. Cuk.
in shortly. And not too far away from them would be Bizalog. If they really want to pick on another team, that would be the one. They're a little bit spread out, though. They've probably got no idea where they are. Team who is spread out is Incognito, holding on to 2 blue chip revive beacons at the moment. Yeah, Bryn's just on the move away from one. We already see
At the
it's Popeye
moment.
coming back in from Nafscod. A little bit of distance away from the rest of the team, but at least they're all on the same side of the map. A few teams have already made some rotates. We see Old Bloods out nice and early, Darth. 14 teams, 55 alive. So look, at least they've got a compound to work from.
At the moment.
Yeah, it's
Berarti
definitely going to be a big advantage.
iya sih hanya jajane Inggris. Australia berarti British ya deh.
To find that cover. Rondo, I think, is one of the worst maps
Bleh.
for being stuck
Wah,
in
ya.
a hard cover, or definitely the worst.
Pak football mana football.
Taiga is definitely a lot better, despite it being a new map as well. So All Bloods going to be looking to hunker down, very central position inside of the zone. So good chance that they're still going to be in the next match. They have been up and down. They looked like they were going to be on the left-hand side of that leaderboard last week. Then it looked like maybe they're going to get back into relegation danger. So they've been really all over the shop, struggling to find consistency. I think when they found consistency, they've been very exciting, but finding that has been really challenging as we go into that overall map. And interesting, not many teams are moving, Funky, despite being in the game for almost 6 minutes now. There's not much movement towards the zone.
They're all having a bit of a picnic, I think. They're not in a real hurry at all. Those first few, I mean, a few of these teams were already in zone to start with, so they haven't done too much. I did see Zan Shin make a bit of a move. We've got Sego Fanboys having just come in from the stadium. Pope's actually picked up a vehicle for Nafscod, and he's at least mobile. There is a team between him and them, but still a lot of space to get some clear paths going. There's a few markers out from Old Bloods at the moment. So it looks as though they have picked up that a team is close by. That is actually Zan Shin, so it'd be wise to stay pretty clear of them for the moment. 14 teams, 55 alive. We will be halfway through the night at the end of this one. Incog have all shifted slightly and squatted up here. So all four together at the moment. We'll watch them as they make their rotate in. Would not be surprised if they keep pretty spread. So we'll see where they go and what their markers are looking like. Not a lot of markers going on. Just a couple there closer to the test track. So they are heading that direction. Insight not on the move just yet. We'll see where they
Tim Indo ada berapa Ada 4. Awas jatuh ya.
But yeah, it's
Nggak boleh madep situ.
there's still plenty of teams not really on the move. It looks as though
Ada
Warrior
4
Supreme are just starting to
YGY
get some
tim
vehicles
Indonya.
out, way out on that west side. And Terra's now on the move towards the stadium. 4 up, not moving too much. There's a vehicle in the hands of the Lux down at Jadina City. 1 vehicle for push.
Kok ngantuk lu?
But 4 up, never usually in a hurry, but they seem to be... that explains that. There we are.
We're just summoning the chopper right now and having a little bit of some drinks. You know, it's a Sunday night. Got to have some drinks with the boys while you wait for the chopper to get here to take them on their scenic flight into the zone. It's interesting that 4 up, I don't see them taking too many E-pickups nowadays. They used to love it when it first came out. It was a big favorite.
Awas.
They were a big favorite.
Jatuh nah.
Right
Bawa
now,
rokok Kian, nanti adik sini loh.
they'll use it, but it's not as popular as it used to be. As the balloon does shoot on up, we're waiting for the chopper to come and bring them in. Most teams are starting to make their way to the zone. I would use the word reluctantly. They're going to close up their picnics now because there is a storm of the blue coming in that is going to force them in, or if they're not careful, it's going to be other teams with some weapons there. Speedy guys like that the hard way. Making a little bit of probing moves, Old Bloods. This is where they've lost a lot of players this season, and they almost lost another one there with Speedy, so they're able to regroup and just hunker down in those bunkers. As it's just the battle of attrition right now. We're waiting for the zone to do its thing and close on in. Looks like Gas are going to be making a big rotate to the north. They've got similar pathing behind
Jatuh.
Naf's good, and apart from that, everyone else is pretty much done and dusted in that zone. Funky, I don't see anything too crazy. Everyone's just waiting for the zone to force its thing.
Yeah, Lux and Push, the last ones as well on that south side coming in. Lux just pushing in. Basically can fill in behind. They're not being gate kept at all. Plenty of room to move. They will push in here, get a little bit of info before they move any further. A little bit like Old Bloods did, just sort of probing towards Serious Esports and then backing off. But they are pretty central, and there's our first zone shift. They're not central anymore. No one is really central. The test track is sort of more on that south side, so we try again in a decent position. Probably no names are best suited, but there is some decent high grounds over on this side of the map, so I wouldn't be surprised if someone using an E-pickup may drop someone up here just for a brief moment to try and get a little bit of information across the map. It's not going to be 4 up because they are on their shoots and they are on the way down and they are taking shots. Oh
There's
dear.
always the risk that you take when you go on these FBI raids. 4 up, they've lost 2 players. Quick, smart, we try again. They've lost Kendall, but as they're pushing on in, they've got 1 lead coming out. Cherry coming out to try to just smoke up that place.
Jepang yang seperti apa yang kamu suka?
Meanwhile, on the side of the hill, All Bloods are now starting to look on in. They want to be a part of this party as well. Jeff picking up the 1 kill. They decided not to stay in their hard cover, and maybe that was a good idea for them because they're in far more centralist position now, and these
Yo,
things
sing
are somewhat
disiaran
global.
untuk
But
Indo
as
nih.
soon as I say that, They're clown carrying it up or jumping in the same whip, and it looks like they are getting out of Dodge and driving off into the sunset.
They're out of there at the moment, Darth. Right now, 4 up are going to get one player back up, so they lose one out off the back of that E pickup, and that is certainly why teams don't always love them. You just don't always know where you're dropping, and this doesn't sound like good news for Old Bloods as we go back to them. They actually do get a knock onto Boang there. They're pushing in at least as a squad here, trying to clear out north side of the test track. It's not all over yet. Jeff goes down. Jumbi goes down. They've still got one to clear out above them. They're being pushed in on, getting caught up on each other around that door. Out with the JS9. They've still got a couple there. They're not getting it done. They are not getting it done at all.
Sangat.
Old Bloods go in 14th place, and that is Enteris.
Benar-benar nyari kejar setoran semua tim Indo
There's the
ini.
carnage. All 4 go down. That is not good at all. We'll go back to we try again, and 4 up as they disappear.
A few teams starting to disappear. Old Bloods, they may be old and obsolete. Looks like Incog are getting into a bit of a fight now with Bizlog on the southern part of the map. So everyone's kicking off here, and I think that's the Ronda. You know, those open fields are very tricky to play. Incog finding out that out the hard way. Both Bryn and Insight going down. It's going to force Mav in for a regroup position. Paradox also looks like he might be coming in as well, or trying to get a bit of a better angle on this one. Incog, they did start off extremely strong, match number 1. I thought they might try to make a run at Zanshin, but I'm pretty sure that's over now. Zanshin, they've taken up first place. But, you know, second place, third place, fourth place is still up on offer. A lot of money and a lot of pride, you know, over the Christmas break. There's a lot of smack to be talked about, how you finished second and not third. So, you know, there's pride to be paid for. The zone does its thing. Shifts, interestingly, close to those rocks that you pointed out early on. Test track as well still going to be in. So there's a lot of challenging terrain to be played right now. Those rocks are going to be a very interesting feature. There's quite a few teams stuck around there. Push looks like they don't want to be stuck, so they're just sending it through early on, trying to thread the needle between Lux and No Names, and it looks like they've made it through.
They've done well for the moment, Darth, but SAR is... they're getting closer to Sago here. They're just trying to find a little bit of high ground or some sort of hard cover. There's some there, but that's not fantastic. Looks as though they might be pulling up here briefly. I don't know how long they'll set up camp for, but they're reasonably central. They may certainly lose some vehicles in that little move. There's a few teams starting to group up around the test track sort of compound. Isolog doing okay, picking up a couple of incognito, which is pretty handy from them. Looks as though Sonic's to potentially pick up 1 or 2 players from Zanshin. So they got no points just yet this game, but if they can get 1 or 2 players back in. I mean, we saw what happened last game. RZ certainly went a long way as a solo.
Nobar kok mesti gak nduk bioskop, gak nduk apa, mesti ngantuk yang. Aku lo tahu nonton film horor di bioskop lo turu Lim. Sumpah, no spawn Everest. Film on Everest ini kan. Iku turu, aku pokoknya di bioskop mesti turu.
Enak soalnya yo.
Yo adem, mampu di jajan itu.
Jumping out as the rock spike's kicking off. Ned gets taken out, and that's going to force the rest of Gas to come on in.
Wah, ditabrak-tabrak
This
ini.
is a tricky position. It looks like all this fighting's also drawing in Lux as well. So this is an absolute cluster of a fight. Gas looking to try to push on. This is a big fight for them. They don't want to go down too early without much points. Danger with the Bizlog still well. Both teams are fighting very, very hard. Killaroo looking in and retreating Gas. He would love to pick up a few points as well for Lux. They are in 8th place, But their pride is a lot better than 8th
Tapi,
place. So they'll
lek,
see if they can get a few more points.
turnamen ngene iki nganu yo pace cukup cepet Om yo.
Yeah, it won't take much
What
to
why?
improve the
Cuman
standings for these guys
loro.
either, Darth. They're only 4 points from
Kan
making up
nak
2 more
cepat ya,
spots on
Putri.
that leaderboard, and that pride
Luwih
you know,
loro lek gak salah
certainly
timbangane
says
ranked.
that you want to try and stay
Nek
on
gak
the left
podo.
side of that leaderboard in that top
Nek
8.
normal
and
kan
yeah,
gak
they can
loro.
certainly do that. I think they should do that.
Terus
Some
semakin
hold
ado,
off,
semakin
gas
loro.
behind them. Both these teams are still out of zone at the moment. We are getting down slowly before that blue zone shifts. So there's a little bit of a pause. They've got Serious Esports off in the distance making their rotate in. You can see them there. Sago fanboys are across the gully. Right now, that move from Push is actually looking okay. I'm not sure if Zan Shin got players back in. They've got one back in. So RE's come in with Silent X. They're not squatted up though, so that's going to be dangerous. They could lose potentially one of these players, even though they've just come back in. But this is getting quite busy right here with Bizalog and Nafsgod.
Yeah, all of these fights are going to kick off any second now. The Nafscott fight Northern fight. That's going to kick off real soon too. Meanwhile, but before that has to happen, Nafscott.
Iya bener dari sampean golek kejar restoran iki.
Iya kejar restoran kabeh iki arek.
6 kills already. And
Yo placement.
Ditabrak.
They can play good or they can go ice cold. Right now they're looking really, really good as they're trying to push in. Juice coming in as well. Trying to get the knock. And the Bubble Peaky manages to get it. Goes for its transfer. Can't quite get it out. Last one up and standing. Blazing has gone down. They've picked up 3 much needed points. They're 1 point ahead of relegation. So every single point is huge right now for them. Juice trying to smoke up the space and trying to delay as much as possible, but now he's on
point,
burning good, climbing up above to try to get out of the flames, but it was never.
Uber iki arek.
God, and there's that big wrap down up the north now.
Reset dulu, reset.
It is just so open right now as Lalak is just driving straight through the field of teams, and this is absolute craziness going on in Rondo. Rem's coming back around. He almost runs into Miller. He does, but takes it down through the stun. Oh, Miller just can't catch any luck whatsoever. He's going to be flushed out as well. No Names picking up their first kill of the match. Forced back and around, but look how open these fields are. Just the burning wrecks of their players and teams' hopes and dreams. That's all that's keeping them alive right now.
Yeah, Kellaroo in a, less than ideal spot there. He is alive at the moment. Teams fighting their way away from the test track, and Terrace trying to come through. We try again, trying to stop them coming out. They've still got a full squad alive. Florier Supreme, they finally go out as they get caught between No Names and Serious Esports. But Buddy, in the open, in the middle of the road. FTW's come up at just the right time. He wants to get this finish. If he doesn't, this will get stolen away. Surely that goes across the other side. No, just does enough. Bounce off the curb. And Terra's now 6 kills, 500 damage onto Desire here. They managed to get rid of 4 up. That's where most of those kills... No, sorry, Old Bloods it was. That's where most of those kills have come from. As we try again, that dealt with 4 up as they come through now. 5 for them. We see Incog disappear. Paradox was the last one out. Nafsgod picking up another one. They shift along to 9 kills, and they've been on the move tonight, I think, Darth.
Yeah, they've been on the positive move, I would say. They've been hunting down teams. We've seen them bullying the Charm Farmers back-to-back matches. So definitely expecting some angry messages in the DMs from them. No Names turning their attention towards Serious Esports, stuck on the side of that hill there. The only slight thing that's working to their advantage, and it's a slight thing, is going to be that distance, but that's what they got going for them. As they're forced in behind them, they've got the Ciego fanboys. It is so open, as Little Hope's going to find that out here as well. this is not the best place to play out of. We've got some shots coming into Sirius, but they're burning wrecks in the middle of the field. And yeah, teams, you can see how desperate they are here just to survive. Cars on rocks, like anything to stay alive in this match. It's a very, very challenging terrain to play.
Push have done pretty well to survive in the cubby house here. I mean, that's all it is, a tree house, really. They've stacked some vehicles up in decent places here. They haven't picked up points, but they're alive. They've got Sago coming over the top, and now they're going to dial in down onto them. So they do have to be careful, and they're actually on the move. They are hard pushing in onto this team as well. Grenades will come out now. That's well placed on the outside. That's going to be Monkey Boy go down. Juice X is still there. He's working overtime. Sar goes down as well. Juice does well. Just over the 100 damage. Those two players from Sago go down, and Terrors have gone out on the other side of the map. They go to We Try again. 3 down. One's flushed out there. Revives need to come through. Andy G still hasn't managed to pick Sar up. Juice X, he's unsure of exactly who's pushing in, but it is only O'Valley. I say only, but he is a decent player on his own. Naf's got pick up more kills in the background. Finally, O'Valley goes down. That is to No Names. Push. They can breathe again just for a moment. They'll get these revives away. They only pick up 2 kills out of that. So another 2 got stolen away, and potentially that was certainly No Names as well.
Wah, kaget aku.
Seronggolawe bagi-bagi 10.000 koin. Pesan, Tangi Om.
Thank you. Terima kasih sing Ronggolawe. Kaget aku. Ketiduran aku mal.
Well done to them to capitalize on that. Ciego is just going to be another one of those teams to just get trapped and nowhere to go, and you know, it's just crash and hope and pray to RNGesus that he's on your side for this one, but the PUBG gods were not smiling. No Names checking out the field. We're only down to 15 players left up and standing, 5 teams, so that is abysmally low on a zone like this. But look how open it is. Look at the lines of sight that Little Hope has. That's crazy. And now he's opening up. Oh, let that MG3 sing. A gun which I refuse to pick up.
Wah, enak esak seliutan, guys.
That one, just hold down mouse number 1.
Sore-sore hari Minggu.
Taking apart push all by himself. Now getting some util down. That's a good grenade. How's the follow-up gonna be? It's gonna be really good here. Little Hope decimating push all on his own. Can he solo squad wipe them? No, he's finally gonna be taken down by first Monkey Boy, forced to clutch up in, but where is his support? Where's his teammates here? They're coming in Puggy on the edge of the zone. These revives, well, can he get at least one of them? I'm not quite sure here. Little Hope, he's not going to be one of them as he's flushed on out. And yeah, it looks like the bleeds will come out. First Monkey Boy trying to smoke up in a really rough position. And yeah, I don't think he's going to be much longer for this world.
Yeah, 3 kills though. Surely he goes out there because on one side he's got Naf Scott, on the other side.
Bisa juga nih guys. Sorry tadi ketiduran saat seliutan itu.
Naf Scott though, Darth, one of their better games.
Apakah saatnya ini, Mas?
It's the hot or cold feast or famine, but at the moment they are feasting with 11. But Zan Shin having something to say about that. They're getting a knock on to Dip there, who is actually fast bleeding out. 11 kills, and down on the south side of the map. We try again, trying. Oh, that's danger. Out into the blue zone.
Satu hit
One shot
lagi.
will do it. There it is. It's going to be Cunny. That gets rid of Teddy, who was trying to open up the angles, make it 12 kills now for Navscod. Zanshin still in this game. They've only come in with 3. They managed to get 1 back on the blue chip recall. They've only got 2 kills, but they do find themselves pretty central here, Darth. So this one, I mean, as well as Naf's got it going, I think it's still pretty wide open.
It really much is. We try again. 7 kills. Going to be happy with that. Zanshin. Look, they're picking up the placement points and chipping away. You know, that's nothing to be disappointed about from them. They're just playing the video game. No Names, much better performance from them with the 9. little bit unfortunate.
Parah,
I
Gamsot.
hope he didn't get that squad wipe. It would have been amazing if he did, and they would have had much better numbers right now. As the last remaining member of Push First Monkey Boy is trying to be dug out of his position here by Nafsgod, and it's a tactic. It's definitely a tactic there. He's run out of molly, so might as well use the gas can to try to create a little bit of area of denial spacing. Doesn't quite work out as well as he would have liked, but you know, it's something. It's definitely something.
Worth a shot if you've got it, and he doesn't have a whole lot left really to throw. That utility is down to 0 as Jody High Roller finally gets down and gets rid of We Try Again. No name shift to double digits. I mean, with a game like this, they are closing in on 2 Lux, who were trying to stay on that left side of the leaderboard.
Boleh ya main berdua ya?
Into the region of
Iya, jadi dia mainnya main aman terus sih
Oke, Pai.
He was straight out.
Iya, harusnya tidak boleh, Cuk.
They're not just yet, but utility like this would certainly make it better. And that's going to be Nafsgod finishing them off. They move on to 14 kills. Cunny with 6 of those, the 379 damage. It's a 3v2v1 now, and was almost that solo disappearing.
Kamu kalau nggak chicken nggak sido ke Bromo, Pes.
Still hasn't managed to get rid of First Monkey Boy. He is a survivor. Survived in the treehouse, and now he's surviving as a
main di
solo
Malang,
with
boy.
no utility, and
Kena auranya Dino Biru
at least
kamu
he's
ya.
got some meds.
Saking aja.
He's got hopes and prayers. That's got to go in the plus category, I guess. Maybe, definitely, probably not. As no names are wrapping back and around 10 kills to their name, double digits. Much better performance from them. Definitely one of the teams capitalizing on all the chaos that is Rondo. Nice tags, nice finish there from Jordy.
3 versus
Smart,
2.
well done. As it's going to be a straight fight between
Harusnya sih menang.
Nafsgod.
Secara orang harusnya.
Yo.
Kalau secara orang lo ya. Secara posisi next circle harusnya menang. Nah, kecolong hiji trade kill. Wes yo, mosok gak menang Grek, mosok gak chicken. Mosok gak chicken.
Let's go guys.
Mosok gak chicken. Sabar, aja satu-satu, sabar. Sabar. Sabar.
Going to smoke it on up, and it's going to be a rough one.
Not impossible.
Kunyit karo habis.
Definitely difficult.
Sabar, sabar.
Clean red out of room there. You saw once.
Oke, masih bisa di-res. Wan Fitri ada kemangan nasional.
He was running out of space, and that they were in the water. He backed off to any sort of cover he had, which was a tree.
Keturun ke habis.
Been revived. Immediately gets put and unintended gets put down by Jody High Roller. He's certainly a weapon on his own there. 4 kills. Flashes come through. He's still.
Waduh, kunyit di absen. No! No!
V1
No!
The smoke's going to do
No!
Ya Allah.
Does it? Jody High Roller.
Ya Allah.
The no names with a 14.
What happened?
What the fuck?
Oh, what a win, Funky. No names. That was a amazing performance.
10 poin hilang.
Started it off on the side of that hill. Jordy finished it off. 7 kills to him, 14 kills to the no names. I think we've got to put some respect on their names. They're not
10 poin hilang dengan begitu saja, Cok.
Nafsgod also on 14. One of their most aggressive matches, hunting down on Rondo. That was an exciting match.
Waduh, ini harus mengembalikan mental nih.
And we'll be
Kok
right
bisa ya?
back. We're halfway done, over halfway done. Oh no, halfway done. We've still got Tago to go, and then Erangel, and we'll be done
Ayo,
for
reset.
the season. We'll be right back.
Reset game berikutnya. 10 poin lenyap, Bang Bon.
Yo mas, ya begitulah PUBG mas.
Iya,
Semua
Seru ya.
terjadi
seru
ketika
kan?
ada yang kenok.
Terus lungal. Loh, dia di refresh langsung tuairnya loh update. Berarti beberapa menit yang lalu sih. Ya iya saya kan dilihat nonton ini.
Iya bos. Gimana sih bos?
Aduh, harusnya dia damn.
Nah, harusnya piye om? Analis om.
Ya munggah, enggak maksudnya harusnya poinnya munggah. Nah 24 poin loh Lim. Kesempatan tidak datang 2 kali kayaknya. Tapi masih ada kesempatan 3 match. Semoga cepet reset Lim, ya kak sih.
Iya.
Ini kalau sampai nggak reset ikunnya bahaya ini.
Iya.
Bisa mudunkan apa? Mood ya kak sih.
Mental breakdown.
Nah,
joget mentalnya.
iya tahu endung tak tuh.
Politik masih mau nggak?
Enggak bang. Bener bang. Hampir gila kemarin.
Maksudnya gimana? Hampir gila lo stres atau apa gitu?
Stres bang saya kemarin bang.
Oh, di bagian karena kalah dan keluar uang banyak atau?
Enggak keluar uang sama sekali.
Kalau orang yang sampai stres gara-gara duit keluar biasanya.
Iya tapi karena memang dihujat dan bang asal bang tahu ya bang ya. Semua orang yang ada di komentar saya dan juga DM itu semua orang pengen saya mati bang.
Hah? Kenapa kok pengen lo mati?
Ngapain gak ada otak gitu. Semuanya pengen saya nggak mau ada gitu. Bahkan sampai kemarin saya dipercaya lagi untuk ada syuting di TV. Sampai ada yang DM saya kayak, Sel attitude lu kan jelek gitu. Gue udah sering beribadah gitu-gitu. Tapi kenapa gue masih nganggur kalau masih dapat kerjaan?
Oh, politik masih mau nggak?
Tapi padahal udah awal wis farming kita awal.
Ada siapa di belakang situ Kak Buji?
Apa?
Wis farming kita awal ya.
Iya cok, iku wis finishing ya kan, karena ibaratnya sudah bercocok tanam tinggal panen loh itu cok. Iso. Sudah nandur tinggal panennya itu di momennya sih Lim. Kalau kesempatan masih ada momen ya kak sih. Kalau kesempatan masih ada lah, itulah yang membedakan cuk. Setiap peluang itu benar-benar dimanfaatkan kalau orang-orang prosin tuh
semaksimal mungkin.
Iya, jadi bedanya cuman pro player sama yang kayak aku gini kan di situ Lim. Setiap kesempatan berbuat
poin. Contohnya selain sampean nek gak selain sampean
ya aku jago lah po.
Aduh.
Ya ketika aku Mang Navi ya ada kemungkinan itu tapi kecil gitu loh Lem. Ketika itu Navi atau Twisted atau ya itulah yang membedakan tim itu.
Aduh, sayangnya.
Bedanya cuman kalau itu cuman kesempatan benar-benar dihasilkan berbuah poin.
Si. Bener urut ya, mau urut ya.
Apa yang urut?
Enggak. Kesempatan berbuah hasil.
Ya iyalah. Kalau bedanya ya kita ngomongin kayak kita pemain bola yang grade A sama grade B ketika dapat umpan, nek grade A kan langsung berbuah gol.
Ya.
Nah, nek pemain grade C, grade B iso tembakane munggah nang dhuwur, iso melenceng ke kanan, ya itulah bedanya Lim.
Gak popo. Reset jari.
Jadi
Iya.
koms itu dari awal sampai akhir itu harus benar-benar komit.
Iya. Ini nih reset
Ya,
ini
di
nggak
akhir
tahu
ya.
nih. Ini resetnya ini bagus, semoga aja resetnya bagus nih. Anggap aja melupakan match ketiga.
Lupakanlah semua kenangan. Mimpi.
Breaknya sediluk ya. Enggak ya lama juga, cuman kita kan delay.
Ngerosone dilut malah.
Breaknya sediluk ya iso gak dituni Indo. Ya bisa saja. Tuh ini lagi nyari-nyari tuh. Oke dapat tabungan. Oh udah balik nih. Hei!
Duh.
Ini sih sama nih musuhnya no name tadi nih.
Pembalasan iki yo.
Harusnya pembalasan.
Sikat. Nice.
Pinter sih tapi ditusuno. Lah iso. Uniten tendet iso apa Om?
Habis.
Habis. Capek kayak baru sampai.
Dia masih adaptasi dengan udara di Malang habis. Enggak apa-apa deh, memang kita itu tidak menyalahkan timnya, tapi momennya itu loh.
Betul.
Momennya, kalau mereka ya pasti berusaha pengen chicken, cuman momennya itu Lim yang nggak bisa Lim.
Ada yang nyawer Om Bro.
Masih bangun masih. Tiga lagu-lagu tuh. Kongkon bangun aku. Oke.
Oh iya, ben melek.
Modelnya padahal iki gak nge-cash iki ya. Aku nobar aku dipaksa suruh nge-cash Lim, bayangno Lim. Kongkon dugem aku.
Apa Om Malang itu Om sing pojokan iki?
Gak krungu Lim aku Lim. Ini lagune dugem kok iki. Mas bangun Mas. Oh yi. Kamu joget.
Suwoncok gateli.
Seseorang bagi-bagi 100.000 koin, pesan, Mase bangun Mase.
Terima kasih seseorang hamba Allah. Baiklah aku bangun guys.
Sing pojokan iku apa Om jenenge?
Pojokan apa?
Malang iki. Hol.
Hah?
Hol.
Pojok Ugos ah?
Klub Malang. Apa?
Ugos.
Ah yo.
Lu awas Lim zamanku kuliah Ugos Lim.
Iya, aku mbiyen arep rono ndelok Reza Arab. Bapak
Iya.
enek.
Nah itulah.
Serius iku, serius iku.
Terima
Lagek teton Pak
kasih
Sepur.
seseorang lah kamu niate wis iku
Kan delok
Masuk.
Reza Arab, Om. Gak nakal.
Nusantara Malang. Iya, Rek. Nusantara Malang masih ada sampai sekarang. Itu kalau di Bandung Taurus, kalau di Malang ada Nusantara, ada Pak Jenderal, ada lagi Cahaya. Perempatan itu Cahaya. Perempatan Galunggung.
Pokok cedek Suhat pokoknya.
Habis main di PC Kremul, PC-nya Kremul, posisinya habis sekarang enak di rumahnya Kremul itu kalau kalian buat turu-turuan kan dia punya apa namanya apa gini kok Red Doors. Oh iya, jadi kalian buat kalian yang mau menginap di Batu nggak usah bingung-bingung di Red Doors Kremul atau bisa ke tempat villa saya di belakang Museum Angkut hanya 50 meter dari Museum Angkut. Ya sekalian promo lem.
Berapa pila Om ning Museum Angkut Om?
Burine.
Piro Om semalam? Gratis lah ya.
Saya ulu. Yo tak potong lah. Lek gratis yo ojo lem lah bayari ku lem. Kecuali sing teko Dian apa Dian Sastro sama Wulan Guritno. Nah, tak apa-apa.
Ala. Piro?
Museum
500 ya.
Jo. Gede lem. 3 rumah.
3 bedroom toh.
3 rumah. Dari satu lokasi itu 3 rumah. TD nama timnya apa? WTA. We Try Again. Duh, mau ini nggak ada volumenya kakon kok ya meneng ae lem.
On them, Charm Farmers having a little bit of a look towards We
Iya
Try Again.
ternyata Om.
Well, that'd be really nice if Child Farmers managed to.
Tak kira aku tak mute Aku makan tak mute toh.
Bag. You know, they're still getting eliminated nonetheless and relegated. But if they do manage to pick that up, you know, it's definitely something. It doesn't matter that FID didn't play. You know, that's the game that it is. We don't know the reasoning, whether they dropped out or there was some other issues at play, but you know, you can only play the game that's in front of you. So for a bit of pride and you know, with big names like Inviz and Big Boy Maka, they played this game. They know.
See you tanggal 3 Mas. Oke, kita ke Bromo sama Aukarin podcast kah kita? Enak. Kita podcast sama Ridho nanti.
It's been a very odd season from them.
TD official atuk kah? Belum tahu Rek, belum ada.
Yeah, I mean that zone
Belum
shifts,
ada
good
apa
for them.
namanya?
They're on the move early, which is great. They like to hopefully get off
Apa
their
itu?
shoots and
Yang foto
Oxen Sar might
sendakep.
be a target being a slightly bigger town, but yeah, Old Bloods.
Kalau sudah ada foto yang
we've
begini
seen them
di
in the
IG-nya
top
berarti
six
udah official.
before, and that's we know that's what they're capable of. So. Oh, I mean, like we said on, night number 1, some of these teams
Iya, wajib iku e-sport model gak sendakep kurang sip.
In the middle of, competition, like they'll play
Dari zaman dulu sampai zaman sekarang posenya sendakep terus.
Play nothing at all and just come in for this. So for some guys that is fine and they'll still do okay and do enough.
Kita akan ke Bromo guys sama Ridho Aukarin habis
a bit of work in between. Whether or not you've got time for that's another question. So yeah, they're certainly down on what they're capable of. Seeing some of these guys be absolutely lethal.
Maksimal paling enggak ngene.
Seasons, 14 teams, 52 alive, but meanwhile they're in a decent spot.
Gini itu wajib.
Far in behind them.
Kalau diinkluk gini lah.
Try again in front. There's been a couple of pickups and one's being let go, and I think that was from Serious Esports, and that's because, Zan Shin are coming through. So they've prepped up onto that one. RZ has managed to do a bit of a seat switch to stay safe.
Lagi serius dapat nih. Wih, kena siji Bayu.
Serious that are losing players. Yudi's gone.
Ini
They're
loh
gonna
juara
lose
satunya Lem.
Sanai as well. Fatty's on the
Zanzin.
backside of this hill.
Sangar-sangar ayo.
Is still lurking there.
Alap-alape
They're spread
Filipin.
out serious. Zanchina right between them. I think he was spotted
Iki
there.
sama
maybe.
Happy.
Flowers are
Tuh,
making it
ke-flank iki.
difficult. Certainly been spotted by the player on the top side. It's
Fatis!
got some.
Oh, sangar Pak.
But RE was there. Finally puts him down. Just some on the other side. Still having to work.
Yo,
RZ
alah.
coming around, and that is finally
Serius
the end
Indo.
of Serious Esports.
Serius
They
Indo.
go in 14th place. Zanshin
Ya saingannya
will get a
Bang Bon iki.
revive. Playing like a full squad again. 3 kills early on. They're not having to try and
Serius
solo
itu
it through or duo it through to
saingannya
the end by the
gas.
look of it.
Makin kacau.
Makin asik. Sungamu ngalal.
Itu dia.
Terus itu kantene lolba.
Cobain deh, Kak.
Terus itu wah bahaya deh kayak lolba yo kak level aku karena lolba tuh. Lolba itu masih apa ya bagian squad Jatim yang utama nanti kita keluarkan di pop. Mati ki. Hey!
Ooh, Andy G hits those. Not bad at all. This Pusher got to pick up another kill. The zone centering up, and
Bener ya?
this is going to be a big fight here between Push and
habis yo?
Ngehil. Ngombe lek gak ngehil iku.
Tank and Andy G. Oh, they keep clicking heads like that. It's going to be a quick fight for them.
Just got to be careful here. They've got BRDM just lurking there, and they're
Mungkin
trying
formannya
to
Popeye.
ignore it. But if that player, if Popeye steps out,
Kurang
which
kenceng
he
suara
immediately
Kimi.
does,
Ya rek iki aku ya
and
nobar rek.
starts lobbing things down towards first Monkey Boy, that's going to make things a little bit difficult because they've also got Dip on the other side, who's actually isolated himself over here now. He's pushed himself back into a corner.
Ah,
Juicex
salah.
and Saka will come in. It's
Crosshill.
Juicex
Salah
that are
perkiraan.
he's going to put him down. So Popeye will be left alone here.
Nyit
Cunny's
juga
gonna go
tumbang.
down as well. So good shooting from first Monkey Boy. He was in a bit of a predicament, but that grenade is fantastic from
On point.
Popeye. He's going to try and rotate around and could be in trouble. Andy G ripping shreds with that bolty at the moment. Only done 77 damage, but it's enough to get rid of a couple of the NAF's God players. Certainly not having a game like the last one, and unfortunately first Monkey Boy will go down.
Oke, tambah
Potentially
celengan.
can bring him back. Doesn't hit that one.
Aduh, dia gak tahu gawe SR
Still hasn't
jarak segitu. Aduh, alah.
Hit that one either. I'm not sure what's Barrel must have overheated here, Darth, but he's stopped hitting them now.
Jatim satu squadnya Solkin. Ada lagi Jatim yang belum turun. Aku, Badak berjumlah satu. Hopus. Sama satu lagi Dinasti. Wah, itu kalau itu udah raja terakhir itu. Squad Jatim.
There's a few teams, Diego, and we've seen the no names lurking as well, so they could get caught in to those fights.
Sulawesi.
Careful about that. No names are
Sulawesi. Gamsut.
Pentol.
Oh iya pentol. Pentol di Bali tapi.
The eastern part of the zone, but they are coming in towards Diego. And they're wrapping in towards them. It looks like overly turning their attention towards Push. So they've won out of one fight, and now it's going to be immediately into their third one.
Well, this could be trouble. Oh, Valley's got the
Whoa.
drop on him here. Potentially the drop on two of them. Andy G turns, but he's going to be caught in the open. That's going to leave only Juice X back there after they lose Monkey Boy. Killer Rose out with the Panzer in the feed there. As Nafscott are finished off. That's Popeye out after 14 kills last game. The Bolty here to finish off Juice X isn't coming through just yet. He tucks back down. Sego fanboys will have a couple here. Juice X, I think, is being spotted by someone wider. They should be able to close in, and they certainly are. That is going to be sunny side up getting in there. Push after taking on that pressure from Nafscott. Both those teams are now gone. And it was Killaroo getting that one kill. That's RZ coming back in.
Ya tapi kan nggak ada kamera nih. Ya tetap rokokan aku yang nge-guys.
I didn't actually see
Cuman kan
him
nggak ada kamera nih.
get lost. So I don't know if that's an E pickup or they did bring him back in because they're not close to a recall beacon. There's one in Bucks End Sub, but there was teams in there, Darth. So I don't know if they've just popped a quick scout in the air. I'm not sure what happened.
He's come back because he doesn't have a team tag.
Ah, true. Good call. Good catch. Fix that.
So, yep, he's definitely a comeback. Yeah, we missed his loss, but he's back again to reap some revenge. The Lux, they're putting up some AA shots there. Same with the Old Bloods in their compounds. The VSS coming out, I hate VSS. As Sands is pushing out of his compound to create a little bit of space. They don't want to get trapped in there, and they are outside the zone, so this is important play from Sands as yeah, this is rough. I hate coming back at this stage of the game because there's where you got to get your loot and vehicles and whatnot, relying very heavily on your teammate. Oh, look at those triple grenades. It's not going to matter too much because he's already gone down. The Vega's got to be flushed out as well, but that was some nice util usage there.
And that was the VSS getting that knock. As much as those grenades were getting pounded in there by We Try Again,
serius juga harus reset serius.
The VSS from Sands that did the damage. The rest of Zanshin coming in on shoots as well, and that thing is still ticking along. Sands loving it. There'll be some players that are loving this because they certainly go in for it. They've got no idea where these shots are coming with. Still just plinking them on in there and potentially could pick up another one yet. He is a silent assassin, just hiding in those bushes, landing those shots in there. I'll have to rethink what they're up to. Gas are coming in behind them. Switches out to the org. He gets some support there from Miller dialing in. So where do Gas head from here? This is danger now, Darth, because Anteras are sitting there waiting for them.
There's no at this stage of the game. Anteras now got to push over and defend their turf and defend their territory. Rems goes down for the no names, and that's just been a rough match for them on the back of that beautiful win. The grenade is going to find that knock as Anteras now have created this space and opportunity. Charging on in. Got to be careful they don't charge into their own grenades on this one. Holding up on that rock, the flush has come out. Gather managed to just get behind him here. A little bit. They're getting distracted.
Oh no.
Okay. By Lalak Sands out in the open. The VSS or not, he's now trapped on that tree. But up close. Oh no, it was danger close. Anak does manage to clutch up there, and that was heart in mouth action there that could have ended in a disaster, but it's going to end with the pickup.
I don't know. Sands somehow just survived that. Found himself a tree. Certainly not out of danger yet because look who it is. Zanshin are there and lurking off in the background. I can see Charm Farmers with smoke out and in trouble. Bizalog in the feed with players going down. That's Killer Roo running in. Just getting himself safe there. I don't know whose vehicle that is, but it's theirs now. Killer Roo's found that in his hot little hands. Zanshin on the move. They've got Anteras that have to move. Bizalog are eliminated in the inbot. That's by Sago. Waited on that south side. Charm Farmer still in the mix. So too Old Bloods. All the action looks to be on that northeast side at the moment. You can hear the VSS still pinging away over there from Sands.
Oh.
He's had a few knocks. He's had a few knocks from this VSS now. Solex is still there. Has to switch out to the org. It's going to be a grenade back the other way for 60 damage. That's a great grenade. Goes past Silent X and so too with the follow-up, but the one the other way is better. Sands will go down to that, but Silent X not completely safe. He's going to be covered from the other side. Miller, Killer Roo crossing up there, trying to keep Sands still alive. He's on the edge of zone, trying to crawl this one in. It's going to be difficult though, and Terra's still up the hill. Jousting going on. 8 teams, 29 alive. Old Bloods 4 up. Fighting out in the blue is Jeff. Can they pick up some knocks onto Sago?
Old Bloods haven't picked up any kills as of yet, and they're coming out of the blue as well. So that could be
enak kali, Cuk. Keramas peluru.
In front of them. Mac has picked up a couple of knocks there. and he's going to be looking to try
Weh,
to finish that
kecolong
off.
kabul.
They are much needed points for the Charm Farmers. So there you go, they're having a really good match this one as they look to also get out of relegation danger. That's the Loud Old Bloods, that's a slight opportunity to get in, and this bowl is a very dangerous one. A few grenades in there could wipe out the Charm Farmers, and they've got no idea. No, here comes those grenades. There's one. Now they know the Charm Farmers. Speedy coming in is just going to be shooting fish in a barrel right now. They didn't clear out their back, so
sayang
Speedy
sekali
is
tak
just
punya
going
level.
redneck fishing. He's only found the solo knock as he's going to be peeking up over the top. The conventional gun picks up the second there, but the returned grenade from Invis takes him out. Here comes another molly, but it's not going to be far enough. Charm Farm is managing to survive for the time being. I'm not sure how or why, but they are going to take it.
Wow,
the other angle here. That's a much better grenade.
Bam!
Double grenade.
Disiksa, Pak.
And the Siego finished them off. That bowl, that's not a safe bowl. That's the bowl of death.
Sangar, Teddy.
Eliminated.
Massive bowl of death there, Darth. I don't know how they got away from it to start with, but as soon
nice,
as that grenade came in from We Try Again, they've smoked themselves out to lob utility into that, and that really finished off Charm Farmers. They were cleaned up there, and the Speedy K drops some emergency cover almost on his own head. Sago have been doing well. 8 kills. Been doing very well, Darth.
Yeah, this is exactly what they needed. They've also kept all 4 of their players up. I don't know how they have managed to do this. Let's see how much longer they can do this, because now they've got to push all the way in. They've got Old Bloods in front of them. Now they're back into the danger bowl, but immediately pushing out onto Old Bloods. The deployable shielding overly with the bolty on the off angle. He's doing all the hard work here, despite baiting them out. And now they are up to 10, the Siego fanboys. This is the Siego fanboys that I am more familiar with. Where has this been all competition? They will be vying for first place, not trying to get out of last. As Killer Roo with his noob tube manages to get a knock for the luck. There goes the BRDM, and he'll be able to be, maybe he'll be able to be picked up. This is going to be a tricky one here. No, he's okay, he's okay.
Bahasa Inggrisnya mundur. Kaget aku.
Pairs of kills, done well. San Shin, meanwhile, 16-16
Seseorang bagi-bagi 10.000 koin. Pesan.
Kills, so back in familiar territory.
Pesanmu apa? Ada pesannya. Terima kasih seseorang.
RZ, as they hear those vehicles.
Terima
off
kasih
in the
seseorang.
distance. There's a sneaky little angle there from 4 up, who we actually haven't seen much from this game. That's probably why they've only got the 2 kills. But the important thing is they're actually in really good zone position. And Cherry's just been wading his way through all of these crates. Has that 3 gear on. Has the FAMAS.
Tinggal Indonya, tinggal
look, they are set up absolutely the best at the moment, unless this zone goes away from them in 5 seconds. But they are kitted up. They've got a nice ridgeline to work off. Finally, Lux go. That's Sago picking up another 2. The zone does go away from that ridgeline, but Cherry is in an absolute perfect position here. The rest of the team just needs to get across and farm through the gear and all of these crates. But right now, Darth, what's going on here? 12 kills.
They are just turning on a show right now. The 2 fraggers of the team putting on a performance, Overly and Sunny Side Up, as Zhao is also helping out as well with the 3. This is great work from them. They would love to be able to take out Old Bloods Jumbi onto that side as they look to try to overtake them and once and for all get out of relegation.
Seseorang bagi-bagi 10.000 koin. Pesan, entry fragger.
Old Bloods, no kills to their
Hello,
name. Wow,
yes, I'm
that's a
best
rough
entry
one
fragger
from them.
in
They do have
Indonesia.
some placement points, but that's
Nomor 2-nya Badak. Aku pokoknya nomor 1 li.
We've talked about it a lot that the placement points are good, but the kills are a lot better. As they're going to start to push on in.
Entry fragger terbaik aku kilim. Julukanku di komunitas iku ngono lim.
Might try to push We Try Again and Zanshin
Saking ae.
into the fanboys, and that could work out really well for the Old Bloods and for Up if that does does eventuate.
Oh, that hurt.
Cuk,
That certainly
kasihan, Cuk.
hurt. Trying to
TD.
keep that vehicle in
TD
play.
kerja
But
keras
FCW
gitu.
down to 2 hit points. And Shin working the other side. RE getting involved. There's a knockback there onto Sago. If anyone can take down a full squad with only 2 up, it's going to be Zan, Shin. And they're certainly smoking that direction. There's utility coming back the other way. A blue zone there to try and deny some ground. There's players running around. Gets that knock onto Ike. Simon X is certainly there. We try again it coming in. They're being crashed on. All of a sudden it has changed. Zenshin are gone. They're certainly not going to get rid of Sago. But we try again with their 2 up. They're going to have a crack at it now. It could be left to 4 up just to clean up and take this match away from everyone. They're closing in.
Deweke 800 TD kawan dan
4 up. It is still 2 full squads, a 2 and a solo. Great spray there from Teddy. He's got 900 damage to his name. FTW is going to go down. Smokes are out. He is alive for now, but that smoke is going to dissipate. He's going to be in the open. And all of Sago are sitting there. Oh, he dodges out to another bit of smoke. Spots out one player. He goes down. It's now a 4v1. Jumbi is now a known entity over here as he goes loud. They know where he is.
Wah, Australia lawan Jepang, guys.
4v4 here, Darth.
Yeah, it's looking a little bit good here for Jumbi, I think, because our 4 up are turning their attention towards the Ciego fanboys, and I think they realize they're in a bit of a rough position. They're trying to deal as well with Jumbi, but you're gonna need a good arm to take him out of there. So Cherry right now,
panen.
waiting for this run as he manages to take down one.
Tuh posisinya loh.
Positioning.
Posisinya api.
And that's just too strong there from 4 up. Way too good. It's just up.
Nih ketika lawan satu yang benar tuh kayak gini nih.
Nah, ini.
4 up. This is
Sabar.
fantastic.
Menang zona.
From them, they're starting to sweep it back towards him. This has been amazing. They bided their time. We didn't see a lot of them in the early match, Funky, but we certainly saw a lot about them in the final fights. As they're pushing Molly is in. Jumbi is not going to make it easy. He's going to fight to the very bitter end, but they've grouped up now and they're pushing in on him, smoked up the place, just perhaps denying the inevitable as the smoke is being sprayed. Jumbi not panicking. He's going to try his best, but the eventuality 4 up with that chicken dinner.
Semena-mena. Sik minum air putih dulu guys, kita masih ada 2 match lagi.
Yo.
Sik, air putih dulu.
Kalau udah mati pencet ininya tuh. Ini cuma di sini aja nggak usah.
behind the older bloods. It is absolutely chaotic right now. One to our two favorite maps.
Match
My
kedua.
two more matches. My favorite map, Wrangle, Funky. It is all coming down to the wire right now.
Really is, Darth, as we see that phase 1 zone pop up towards Yasnaya. So, suiting incognito. We try again, have got free air up there at the moment. Plenty of space to play with. 15 teams, 60 alive. We've got a full 15 teams, but Nafscott and Bizalog look like they're getting a little bit busy here at the moment, and someone's going to be in trouble here, and it's going to be Tim Lax, who somehow did manage to get himself out on the, top of the little entryway there, but that's not panned out well at all. So Bizalog and Nafscott, they're all
no rem wes daripada pilihan kok ya.
With their drops, and then on the other side,
game kalau nggak menang ya kalah gitu tok wis.
It's going to be
itu dia.
And for some reason I can't click on a player. It's going to be Popeye is the one that's
kayak catur ya, ada remis
here. So Bizalog, if these two work together, potentially they could get a little bit of revenge here. I'm not seeing anyone from unintended. Oh, here we go. Dips on the way now. No vehicle, but trying to get across here to support. Unintended as well.
Flanking,
coming across on foot. No vehicle. Pope's going to try and push down to this, at least this end of the compound. Ooh, which will certainly help. Pushes right back. Will not be pushed any further. Running out of hard cover. Unintended is just getting here in the nick of time. Dip will have a little bit of height as well to help. Unintended coming in. Has an angle now. Perfectly timed. It doesn't need help. It's going to be Popeye alone. Had the Saga out, says, thanks for coming, boys.
Tapi crosshair placementnya habis pas
I'm okay. Gonna roll out with the Saga. 170 damage with the 2 kills.
Popeye dapat
shift along to 3. Shows just why they are sitting up in 6th place, and Bizalog sit down in 14th place. And then Cunny finishes off as well. Juice comes across here to try and do something, but Nafscott get the squad wipe. It's Cunny and Popeye there. 2 each.
Dapat satu dia.
So,
itu dipikir sudah habis kali apa.
Bizalog, that is certainly not the start they needed if they were trying to get clear of that bottom 4. So 15 teams down to 14. School and Apps get cleaned out. So Nafscott pick up 4 points there. They edge even closer to Incognito now, Darth, who they've got 4 solo splits at the moment. They are pretty fed on this zone, so they really need to have a good couple of games to finish off now.
They definitely do. It's all coming down to that wire. It's all coming down to the final match, especially for Bizalog, because
telat kak aku mau apa nih
able to get points in.
LPL biasa.
From Incognito. Oh, chef's kiss.
Pertarungan sengit.
That they played this map before.
Serious esport lawan gas esport, guys.
It's a little bit aggressive, I think, but for the early game, if they regroup and they're quick off their mark, hedging their bets whether we go north, south, east, or west.
Dia juga bubur juga, Mas.
Well from them.
PC-nya
back around.
Nggak jauh beda lah sama PC-ku, Mas.
Milta, there's a chaos
going itu tadi pindah bubur juga.
And Old Bloods over there. Old Bloods, once again, has this been the story of their competition? Or has this been the story of their competition? Once again, stuck on the hot drop or being hunted down early/mid game. They just can't catch a break.
They really can't, and it just happened to be Zanshin that were here with them as well that they've ran into. Bago, who missed the first couple of games of the night, is now creeping around along the beach here, trying to get some angles. He's just getting the flank here onto Speedy K and Jeff. He's got one player well off in the distance. Speedy K finding a bike. They may be able to get out of here. Maybe not, because that's a headshot there onto one of them. More damage out, more damage out. I may just get clear as Jeff and Speedy K peel off. They will catch up with Savvy. They're okay for now. 3 minutes 30 away from phase 2. Furthest team out will be Lilux down at Sosnovka Island. They are not in much of a hurry at all. Got a vehicle there, so I don't see them all
Tim
grouped
Luke
up
tuh
ready
dari
for an
beberapa week
E-pickup.
tuh
So
mainnya benar-benar
they might be
safety
happy to
banget
take
mereka.
those vehicles.
Iya.
We've seen
Responnya
Antares come
bagus
through
ya.
on their
50.
E-pickup. Incog have just slightly squatted up here. Inside has Bryn and Paradox in support. They're still spread. It's not a massive compound that Insight's holding at the moment, so you don't want to really jam all your eggs in one basket here. You still want to have some sort of line of sights going so you can sort of anticipate and catch anyone coming in. So they're staying pretty spread for the moment. They can easily roll back and group up on that compound if they need to. Charm Farmers shifted in nice and early, and Terrace have really gone a long drop here. They've taken that E-pickup. They are right out on the edge of zone, so they are fine. Stauber is completely open, Darth. I'm thinking maybe they expected that to be taken, so they've just gone long.
Yeah, that's a very, very safe rotate from them up towards the north. Very defensive. A lot will come down to where this next shift does come. Do we go up towards the north, towards Severny? Are we going to come back towards Yasnaya, that southern part? Zone can do anything it wants. There's a bit of fire coming in towards Incognito. I love that split that they've got going here. They just regrouped that little bit. This is really nice from them. You can tell that they've played this part of the map many, many times. This is a nice movement from them. Just got to make sure that they absorb this pressure that's being put on them. The last thing that they want to do is end up giving up a knock because then we know how aggressive the teams are in this lobby, particularly tonight. They could find themselves getting run over once again in COG like we saw in the previous match. But as it stands, it seems that they are absorbing it, waiting for the zone to do its thing. It looks like we've only really
Berapa
got
game emangnya? 6 game, Kamal.
In the Lux up around on military
Ada apa
base.
ini? Ada yang seru-seru. Pasti ada yang seru. 6 game rek ini minggu terakhir. Gimana kalau kita bikin Liga Indo para sungamal?
Too much craziness going on, do we?
It's not too bad. I mean, Rems is just coming in on that other recall. We didn't even see him go out, but we have been caught up on a bit of action elsewhere. Nafscod pushing in.
Okay,
and picking up more kills. Perfect little angle that under the fence. Normally you have to prone it up to get shots underneath the fences around the petty stations, but that little run in from Cunny was perfect to see the feet of Sunny side up. Basically got kneecapped there. Cunny with 3 kills. Navscod with 5. It really has been one of their better nights. I mean, I know they had a massive win very early on in the season. Probably might have even been the first week they picked up a big win, and then there's the poor games in between. But tonight's been a little bit more consistent from them, which has been great to see. And that zone, Darth, what is this?
Antares ya enak, Antares agak enak. Nggak tahu kalau kedatangan lagi nih.
Back towards Severny. And this is where I'm looking at the Charm Farmers in the central.
NF ke berikutnya agak terjal perjalanannya. Oh, total maksudnya berarti 6 kali 4 24. 1 bulan ini Kamal, tiap hari Minggu. Makanya seru sih kalau ada Liga Indonesia tapi didatengin tim luar, karena ya mau nggak mau rek, kalau kedatangan tim luar kan minimal kita dapat musuh yang agak sip ya kan.
If we don't see a lot of what's going on in the southern part of that zone, looks like we've got some Mad Max action going on. All the teams driving at each other.
Oh my God, it is what.
Okay,
this is carnage down here, Darth. It's Zanshin, it's Lee Lux, it's Serious Esports. I'm not even sure who to look at, but it's Lee Lux that are going to peel away. Zanshin The Lux have both lost players.
Waduh,
Bago's
Bayu.
gone. Blessed is gone. Sirius is still losing players. Yudi is here. It's going to be Zenshin that get that knock. 2 kills now for Sirius. I'm not sure who's killed who here. 14 teams, 48 alive. Only just though, because I mean I know Lilux backed off this fight. Sands with the VSS again. That thing's done some damage tonight, Darth. Don't write this thing off. It's and now they're going to pick on Sirius Esports. So this one's not over just yet. There's still a Zanshin player back there as well, but I mean they do all have to move. They're way outside of zone. It is still early days. They can take this blue for now, but that's actually Silent X back there on the edge. The blue chip recall, smokes out, playing it safe. So players will come back in. I'm not sure if he's got chips for Bago, but that's going to be RZ coming in. The Lux aren't done yet. There's grenades coming out there. They're still in play here.
No, they're not giving it up. And, you know, can you tell that this is a match number 6 of Scrim's Story? I mean, match number 5 of the competition as everyone's driving at each other. And this is what you expect to see. And this is where, like, if you're a team that's in relegation danger, you see this and you're like, shocks. Because all of your points that you need to get is starting to go away. If you're a team at the top of the leaderboard looking to try to take out first place, then you're feeling the same thing as well.
Ngambil pom bensin dia. Ditempel sama Incog.
The late stage that competition. Sands again with this VSS. This is something that this man's got to keep picking on up. This is working for him. Doesn't work for me.
Enggak ada suaranya loh VSS malas
See
aku.
if he can pick up another knock here. Well, they've zeroed in where he is. The blue isn't doing too much damage right now. It's just tickling a little bit. Zenshin doesn't look like
Dia second weapon apa main weapon ya dia VSS.
but they're not leaving either, so it's a very confusing to see what they are.
Wah, iki bahaya iki. Yang ngepron enggak ke notice. Oh, tahu kunis.
Now as Paradox is out.
Awas Nyit, kananmu Nyit. Ojo maksa Nyit.
Coming up above him as Nav's got it, continuing their aggression. 5 kills. This is really sweet.
Okay.
Down goes Paradox. He's going to be quickly flushed out. And 6 kills.
Nice,
they did this all
discipline.
competition.
Back,
That would be
lihat
way
teman.
above Zanshin, wouldn't they, Funky?
Oh, they would be absolutely romping it in Darth. Their best is massive. Like their worst is terrible, but their best is up there with the best. Like, look at them on the absolute hunt.
Sampai kecolong,
Like we
boy.
saw Incog sitting here not too long ago, and the team sitting above them was Push, who have shifted into that north side, but taking their place has been Nafscott.
Okay.
And look at the aggression coming out here. They're 2 completely different teams. Push have shifted out.
Oh,
Nafscott
sangar
come in,
Antares juga dapat
and
tuh.
they were not letting
Satu
Paradox
squad.
sit there underneath that petty station. They were
Satu
straight
lagi.
out there. They dealt with that
jangan
player
sampai
sitting
ini
there
kayak Suja
underneath them.
ini.
Sampai
Couldn't have that.
datang.
Bryn's being pushed
Harusnya
in
dapat.
hard now. They were playing out. They were playing split. There's shots coming in from Mav. He's trying to support this. Bryn's going to go down to top A. He started well tonight. He's picked up 2. It's going to be 3.
Oh, Indonesia
470
bersinar
damage
ini
for
rupanya
Cunny. He's got
Antares.
5. There's the 3 for Pope. 8 kills for Nafscott.
Antares NF.
Absolutely ticking along. And they're certainly not
Duanya
done
belum
yet.
hoki.
That only leaves
Indonesia
will
Mav
become
out
stronger.
in Cogdarth. And they have slipped a little bit tonight.
Antares,
Yeah,
waduh
I think they're
Antares.
gonna continue
Iya
to
deh.
slip as Navscott is looking to overtake them as well.
Oh,
Giant
Maan.
Farmers, they are looking
Incognito,
good
Maan
right
tuh loh.
now. One of the highest prior positionings, if not the highest prior positioning in the zone. And they just need a few kills here, just a few, some placement points. And all of a
Saking
sudden,
aja,
they're
Maan.
going to put themselves in a great position to maybe get out of the cellar. Put a bit of pride on their name, build a bit of confidence. That would all be great work for them. Maka going for the door. Unfortunately, has decided not to run through the door as of yet. Maka and a Balti. There's no better combination out there. As Miller goes down in the blue.
Antares ketemu Zanjin. Wah ini loh serius.
That's a bit rough there.
Ngeri ki Antares ketemu Zanjin.
Belakangnya udah serius, Mas.
Belakangnya serius. Lo. Kak bahaya ta iki, kak bahaya ta.
Miller's fat fingered there. He might have got out of the, I don't know where he went down, but yeah, he's certainly not made it in. Zan Shin actually were the smart ones in all of that because they broke off that fight we saw out on the edge of zone. I know I did say it's only early days and they can take some blue damage, but yeah, Lee Lux and Sirius really played that one out. Sirius, well, this is the play here. This is the play from RZ. Is this in range? That's short. It's only just short. And he's not got anything to follow it up with. He's got the bolty. Oh, it's a red dot on that bolty. Did they get that? Did they get that player back in?
Cuk, nggak rules ya. Kar pakai red dot nggak rules ya.
Itu dia.
Nggak rules ini berarti menyalahgunakan aturan. Report gak sih?
I don't think they've managed to. Just enough panic there, Funky. As Ancient, they've done this one well. I think you're right here. They really did this one
Sakit
well.
Kayaknya.
Disengaging, attacking from the blue, just pulling back on in. They've been a real.
Nice, nice swag.
Because they're running back in RZ. But I don't think they can be too disappointed.
1 poin tambahan.
Look at that kill.
Mana Antares?
Going bananas right now as everyone is trying to force their way in.
They are, Darth. And Charm Farmers were already here, but Mavs obviously crashed that in for Incog and got into that shack, but Charm Farmers were... No, sorry, he was already there. That's right. Charm Farmers have crashed his shack. They've come in. They knew he was... They were watching from over there, so they've gone in, got rid of Mav. So they were out of position there. So they're good now. I don't know if...
nempel sini, nempel logonya NF. Lo, ditempel. Halo, Asben. Nararia Sumul.
Bring some players back in there. We'll keep an eye on that. Naf's got us still going though.
Lo, di flanking.
They are just cruising around here at the moment. Look at
Antares lawan NF. Joey
and beeping his horn, Darth.
Joey
If we just keep sitting
there
5 kills like that, then you know who's going to stop him? Who's going to punish him? I mean, I guess but it was working out.
Kunyit mati. Wah, ini seru lagi.
10 kills, 10. Even if they go out now with no placement points, they're still going to be exceptionally happy with that. And they have almost certainly overtaken Incognito as well. So it's all W's in the chat for them right now as they're looking to regroup around the yellows. I mean, they were yellow at one stage.
Kunyit mate, Cuk.
Looking to play on in.
Tapi oke lah, dia dapat 6.
I mean, like you said, Darth, imagine if they'd played like this from the get-go.
Berarti pesannya masuk,
what they're capable of. We'll get on board. 4 up now. Utility comes in. They're going to crash in onto 4... they're going to crash in onto push. Sar off on the backside. Suspect wasn't ready for that. He thought they'd all be in the shed.
Momen gak sih Swag masuk?
He's a little bit late to the party.
Oh, Swag ngambil komponya apa trik? Ngambil seknya trik.
Been flushed out of it. Asper's been chased in by the blue. Cherry's there. He's backing up, trying to stay safe. First Monkey Boy is there. Oh no. Asper's put the gun away to get some utility out. Gets the gun back, hits the headshot. He's in trouble though. He's in trouble. All of 4 up in trouble.
Swag.
Oh, that one
Ayo
really
Swag.
Pear-shaped.
Jasam
Push have
GN.
defended well.
Dimi situation. Dapat lah. Aduh ketemuan. Alah.
Coming in right now. 5 kills to their name. Buddies and Sanai going to be the last 2
players
standing as some
Ijin, Yoga.
Out. Quick, smart. They're outside of the zone well and truly now. So this is going to be a bit of a roughish spot down.
Ini nanti last match-nya ini yang seru nih. Ini udah nggak usah disorting nih, pasti menang nih.
Charging another vehicle. They're just driving straight in towards them as it's just going to be Elliot.
Bam.
And standing the grenade inside. That's going to blow them up. Charm Farmers, they're taken on out as Zanshin go to 9 kills. Oh boy, they're also farming it up now. So there's quite a few teams who are putting on the show, Funky.
Oh, I mean, we already said, imagine if Nafscod played like this all the time. I mean, and Zanshin probably have been doing this on and off, really, across this competition. They sort of have a win, and then they'll play as freely as this. But they've only got 2. But right now it's a big push in from Push. It's not gone well. Sar's anchoring from further back and manages to get a knock onto Empt, but he will be revived. First Monkey Boy, Andy G are gone, and that is because the 2 back further have been put down. Sar and First Monkey Boy. And Juice X are the last to go. So Push disappear real quick. No names we haven't seen much from this game. They've only picked up the 3, and they may have actually stolen a couple of those kills away at that big move from Push down the hill. But right now, this is the compound that everyone wants, Darth. We've got 5 teams, 14 alive, but we try again with their 5 kills. Teddy with 4. This is prime real estate right here.
It definitely is. We've seen the zone finish on this side.
Iki TD sampai circle kayaknya masih dapat nih. Terima kasih like-nya, terima kasih kamu nge-like berarti saya tiba-tiba FYP. Matur suwun. Thank you.
It wasn't going to end any other way for him. He goes down. All Bloods at the very least, they're going to be picking up some placement points. And that's points on the board nonetheless as they look to stay out of relegation danger. It's getting a bit close on that side there. I think the teams down below, Gas and Bizlog, didn't pick up enough points. So I think they're okay for the time being. Meanwhile, No Names looking on in. They're going to be very familiar with this because they almost won a fight on this side. Of course, they're on the other side of the road where the zone does
ke bawah kayaknya ini zonanya.
Can they make up for, I think it was
kayaknya terbuka untuk umum. Ini masih masuk semua nih, NF sama ini. Ini bisa-bisa tarungnya NF sama WTA.
They certainly do. They'll be looking to go better again here. 4 kills.
Tak lag ping 198. Sama aja itu dislike namanya.
Similar over there. They've got the
Gendap
5 though,
report
and locking down this compound, and that is not real flash for No Names. They are well out of zone. It really has done them the dirty here. It is an absolute hard shift. It's a hard shift away from No Names, away from Nafscott and Shin. But there is a lot of open. There's a lot of open space out here, Darth. But it's
NF gak bisa jalan
really usable.
Kecuali nempel ke sini dimakan sama WTA.
No, it's very
mau gak mau NF mau kemana nih? Paling gak nobrok WTA yang sisi kiri. 2 sisi ditobrok WTA.
Very interesting to see, particularly given how they've previously played this on out. They found the solo here on TD, and yeah, he really needed an opening.
Sangat TD, sangat kon TD, sangat kon TD. Tetet reload.
Runs out of bounds, but eventually gets him on out.
Mengerikan.
Sangat kon lanang.
There are No Names in this fight. Take a bow. That was amazing.
Somebody
saking aja 1165 karo aku, Cuk.
Absolute can't. I thought they'd done really well to get 3 in on the edge of that compound, leaving 1 back to anchor. I thought we try again. Might be in a little bit of trouble here because they are split 2-2 across this road, but absolutely not. Teddy there, nearly 1,000 damage, and just wipes No Names off the map. Now they can turn their attention to Nafscott, who have been absolutely rollicking through this game, and are not backing off. They're in zone over there, but like I said, it's not fantastic. But we try again. All of a sudden, Teddy with 8, 9 kills all up. And 2 of our most aggressive teams are still in the lobby, although they are hurting a little bit. Solonex and RE only have rocks to play off. I'm not sure how good this vehicle is. It might be okay.
Ini tragedi Birit dulu.
This is a pretty aggressive move now as well. Spreading the play here for We Try Again. This could really net them the win in the end here, Darth.
Yeah, this is very important.
Kuncinya di TD.
They've pushed out, and this is really good proactive. TD coming up on the side of the hill. Doesn't need to get shots out or pressure in. Just needs to get.
Biasanya Tede kalau mau open kayak itu buka smoke langsung ngebom anjir.
It's a huge play from them. He's got to upgrade the whip as well.
Iki pokoknya TD iso dikenok sih ada kemungkinan. Tapi kalau TD sampai murup, tapi harusnya dia murup lagi
as empty. He's up on that roof.
Manuknya lagi strong dia
really
TD.
good right now from we try again, putting in a lot of pressure into Navscott. This is good. Zenshin a bit trapped down below.
TD ngeladeni NF aja nih.
This fight right now. We try again.
MT itu kelihatan.
Yeah, they
Jason.
really do, Darth. That's you and me both without the skins, the plebs we are. We try again, though, just trying to lock this one down. The only thing that's going to bite them here is if this zone comes in and
ditempel TD. TD punya bom nggak dia?
Up towards Navsgod. As much as the shells are, they've been raining in there. Teddy's going to go down.
Dipateni Lana.
Was about to throw some emergency cover. He's going to try and back. Had some smoke out. Was the good play? Was the right play getting in there, trying to pressure Navsgod?
Jasinnya pasif ya mereka.
I mean, really, all they've got to play around is burnt vehicles. But a grenade back the other way is not bad at all. Just slightly overcooked. There's a potential. Someone could get out here. Teddy's still alive.
Teddy's still alive.
Just gone past 1,000 damage. One of these guys should be able to get out. He's actually, I'm going to call this safe res at the moment. There's enough smoke. He's out of util range. Finally, someone comes in. I think you need to keep this guy alive right here with 8 kills. Get in there, get him up into the plate. 30 seconds, Darth. That zone's going to shift and we'll see who it's going to favour here.
Terima kasih
right down to the
Dekapul.
wire.
Thank you like-nya guys. Mata susu, makasih.
On that, and yeah, I think you're just a little bit over ambitious, but you know you got to risk it for the biscuit. And Navsgod unintended, he's down. Zenshin still got the 10 kills. They're very dangerous. Now they're starting to venture up with the Jura up the side of the hill, and I think I like that better. 2 anchoring down below, I think is going to be enough.
Waduh, belok.
To clear this up. Then they're going to have Zenshin in a really good position to.
Nggak bisa lagi kena double lock.
Great double grenade. The follow-up is going to be even better. And we try again. Fantastic from them. TD just need a little bit of support. And now look at these angles down on towards Zenshin. They can attack them however they want. TD coming back around. Looks like he wants to grab the vehicle, does he? For a little bit better positioning.
Dia mobile banget ya TD ya. Sana sini.
Towards Zenshin, who are looking to try to get out of there. And we've got a little bit of GTA shenanigans. What is going on here?
Oh, Diabsen.
They take down 1. It's not quite over yet. There's still 2 up and standing. Empty coming on in. Akasa is up and standing. And we try again. They tried. They succeeded.
14 kill yuk. 14 kill. 9 dari TD.
Berat punggungnya Om.
Boy, they needed that. That was a big one from We Try Again. There was some super aggressive play there at the end. That was fantastic to see. We'd seen We Try Again.
Wah, match terakhir guys. Jangan terlewatkan. Terima kasih yang sudah like. Match terakhir. Match penentuan. Saya ambil minum dulu.
Kayak gitu loh.
Loh. Wes oleh ae iki le.
The bottom four.
Ngerti di mana
Sega and
tadi?
Old Bloods are just going to try and stay alive, basically.
Kok sudah dapat
Right
kill
now,
3
though, like you said, the money
Iya, baru
points are
ngeh,
still up
udah
there.
main.
There's going to be potentially still some changes in sort of that top 6 or 7. The Lux haven't definitely confirmed that they'll stay in 8th
selisih
place.
1 poin
No one's
Mas.
that far behind, but
Antares
just for now,
NF.
Zanchin and Sego fanboys, I think we've seen these teams fight here before, Darth, as well.
Yeah, they definitely are not opposed to taking an early game fight. Obviously, Zanshin, they have definitely come out of this on top more than Siego has, as they're pulling back a little bit. RZ, the Tommy gun, it's an old classic on there. Just hopefully it's got that compensator on. If you know. They're coming out. RZ goes down, doesn't even get a chance on that. The rest of Zanshin pushing over as well. Huge fight this here. If Siego
Udah nggak ngaruh ini, udah menang.
pretty much guaranteed to stay in, and Zanshin go. That is
jauh Zanshin.
Ya dicepetin udah, tinggal duduk-duduk dapat 4 juta.
That opens up the middle of the table so much, Funky.
Yeah. Who they've come in? I know they've got the 4. I didn't see where. I'm not sure if I saw where RE went down. I'm not sure if he went down. It looked like they just had 3 there at the end, but Sego have got the squad wipe. They've finished them off, so well played to those guys. I mean, whatever Gloria Supreme do now, I mean, with this start from Sego fanboys, that's going to be hard to rein in. Gloria Supreme really need to come up with a win, basically, if they're going to catch these guys now. Certainly the 4 kills. They've still got the 4 alive, so they've got these early points. And, well, sunny side up with a clean 300 damage there. Did all the work, most of the work, onto...
They overtake, remember, they overtake the Old Bloods now, so if Gloria Supreme does come up with that chicken dinner, it's going to be Old Bloods who are eliminated after all.
Well, it certainly will be, and right now, Old Bloods with room to move out around Quarry, but that doesn't mean they're not going to balls up a rotate. I mean, I'm sure we haven't seen that before, but it's definitely something that can happen. But right now, Sego looking the goods. They do have 4 up close by, though, Darth. So if they're going to run into trouble, it certainly could be from 4 up
ini antara sama NF
stacked with 4 deep in here. So
tapi kayaknya suasana di Discord
well situated in this
lebih
zone as well.
tertekan ini nih antara
his interest in this, but I mean it's certainly going to go the way of we're probably Nafscott and 4 up.
Soalnya kan mempertahankan itu lebih susah.
Betul.
Yeah, I think Nafscott are looking really nice, particularly playing out of potato. So it's a great positioning. Serious.
Tapi belum tahu dia circle-nya ke situ. Belakangnya antara si aman. Sangat tapi Antares.
Ini LPL nih ngambil berapa tim, Om?
Maksudnya?
Ini juaranya kayak mana? 1, 2, 3 ya?
Iya.
Oh.
Enggak, Om.
Iya sampai
ini LPL.
Sampai 5 kah?
What are they doing over here, Dar? Are they denying vehicles? Is that
buat
sampai 6 sampai 6
sampai 6.
Was there a team? There wasn't a team
Semoga
there,
kawan
was there?
kita. Apa namanya? Buat ke PGC atau kayak mana?
Tidak, ini liga-liga lokal.
Serious are close.
Tapi yang datang
all I caught on that tail end of when we got here was just them shooting.
Cuman lebih
crap out of a
grade-nya
vehicle.
lebih
So, I mean,
buat ukuran itu loh ya.
Tayarnya lebih ini ya, lebih tinggi lah ya.
Are they a bit unsure of
Kukira biar bisa lolos buat ke PGC kan?
who they've got close by. Monkey Boy is just dialed in on this
Belum lah, Min.
warehouse.
Tahun depan lah.
All it's done
Minggu
is
ini banyak
Anjay, tahun
PGC.
depan
alert
sih.
serious more than
Tim
anything.
Indo nanti tahun depan PGC ada 8 tim.
Like you said, it could be a bait.
Amin.
They could be baiting Sirius across to try and
Kan
third
kita nggak
party
tahu,
fight.
siapa tahu di sana kekurangan beras ya kan nggak bisa makan. Indonesia stok berasnya banyak, dia nggak mikirin nggak fokus latihan. Wah, akhirnya Indonesia kenyang.
But yeah, Sirius is certainly coming to get involved here, now push moving, so I don't know what's going on. This is all over the place.
Mantap.
Siapa dulu dong juru bicaranya ya kan?
Oh iya,
itu dia.
Who knows at this point in time? It's been a long year, Funky.
Halo Om.
Look, someone's.
Halo
all I know
Saiful.
is someone's going to die here, and it's going to be certainly first Monkey Boy first. He was the one doing the most oddest things there.
Thank you,
just
Leknya.
groaning up, looking at a warehouse, so he deserves to go first. No offense, Monkey Boy, but you're out of here. Serious Esports, I mean, they certainly got baited over to whatever was going on, and now it's gone
Aku belum di-refresh.
not in the push's favour.
Refresh dulu.
Baddies has made a bit of a
Like-nya
move
offset
around,
udah.
so
Sudah
they've certainly
38.
got some angles on push
Offset
here.
sudah 198.
Like you said, Incog have slipped down the leaderboard. I mean, they've still got 20
Kalau
points
kalau
on
begitu.
these guys right
Oke,
here. Sirius is
Winnie.
still
Yuk.
Kuncinya ditaruh di bawah keset aja ya. Aku pulang agak
iya,
malam.
siap.
Ya.
Sports
Okay.
have certainly had spectacular finishes, so they're capable. I think these guys have had I'm pretty sure they've had a win during the season, so they could definitely make up those 20 points. And we have seen Incog go out in 15th place, so stranger things
Ini
have
serius
happened.
harus dapat sih ini.
But right now, Sirius, I mean, Andy G
Fadisnya
is being
anchornya.
closed in on. So this is danger for push.
Serius kudu nothing
They
terus
go
bisa
out
nih.
here with they have picked up a point, but go out here with not many points. Old Bloods potentially
Jangan
could
sendiri
catch
Yudi.
them. Although
Aduh,
Yudi's
Yudi.
in here.
Oke, nice,
And-
dear.
dear.
Sena.
Yep. It's
Nice!
Not gone well at all. Just as I disappear off Andy G, he gets picked up. Just as the
Itu
rest
dia.
of the team come across, Sirius are there and ready. That is a squad wipe to Sirius Esports. Push's
Mati,
season
Swig,
is
mati.
done. Duff. I mean, if Old Bloods pick up, 10 points here, or 11 points, they're going to catch up to Push.
It's very close at the bottom part of the leaderboard. Not much difference whether you're in 10th or 12th. Just a little bit of bragging rights. That we're better than you, or we finished off 2025 better than you. But sometimes that can be worth a lot. All Bloods driving through.
Nobar PGC enggak.
Dangerously close to
Jare.
Diego. And this is interesting. These two teams
Nggak ada
haven't
tim
really
Indonya
fought each
kurang
other a lot, but
iku aku.
they've been fighting each other on the leaderboard all competition and to stay out of relegation danger, and even stay out of pride danger. As they pull up, Old Bloods, Jumbi will be leading the way here, and yeah, they've just had a rough go. Of
Selama ada
all
tim
competition.
Indonya
I
pasti
don't know
Nobar.
if they've ever
Enak.
really settled and ever played the game that we're used to seeing. But now, they can relax and have a little bit of fun now as they're chasing down Puggy, and Savi's going to be the one that takes them on out. And it's the final match. You have a bit of fun, and you get those drive-bys and those runovers.
Early points for Old Bloods. Geordie's there on the top of the hill. Same too with Rems, who takes more shots from Savvy, and still taking shots from Savvy. Still taking shots. He's going to go down. Savvy on the move. Thank you for the quality driving there from Speedy K. They're going to loop back around, and the rest of No Names are out of there as Jeff. What the? Jeff comes tumbling down to earth. I didn't even know he was in a glider, but.
Tim Indo next ini harus menjajah lagi.
No, it doesn't look like it. He's away again. Jeff's away again. Not something we see often, but Jeff is out for the early scout. Well, look, maybe it'll help. They've picked up 2 points, so they're not that far now.
Belakangnya tuh 2 tim, 3 tim belakangnya NF.
Would be Incog, and we
WTA.
try again. We try again, fresh off of a win now. Can they relegate Incog even further down the leaderboard as they push
Ini
in?
TD kalau sudah lagi
They've already picked up a kill here.
Kerongkang
Behind.
ini
He's going to go
bahaya
down. Bryn is already gone. This could be the end of Incog season, Darth.
Yeah, it'll be a bit of sweet one for them. They've
Woi.
got some highs. Oh, it's not quite over
Wah,
yet.
thread killnya cepet.
And you know they're very skilled players, and take nothing away from them. While they maybe have not seen the highs that they previously had in years gone by, they're still absolutely cracked players. Nothing but respect on them, and hopefully we see them come back again.
Aku titip catatan soalnya ke Kunyit.
I'm sure there's a lot that they can teach us casters, teach other players, and contribute to the game as a whole.
We try again. Carry on their form from their win. 4 kills there. Incog are gone. It was great to see Incog back. I don't know if they're going to be back next year. I mean, we don't know if we're going to be back next year, but we don't know if Incog will be back. And I can only apologise to Evie's side, who's come in tonight, who hasn't watched a lot of PUBG lately and is a massive Incog fan, and she did not even know they were playing as Charm Farmers get cleaned up.
WTA masuk tapi.
Probably a Charm Farmers fan to a slight degree as well. But Incog are gone, and sorry, they've had two actual poor games to finish off here, Evie. But either way, we've still got some good PUBG action. NAFSCOD are still kicking along. They've copped a bit here. They've got 7 kills. They've lost a couple of players, but potentially they can bring them back in. I say that, but here comes We Try Again to maybe even spoil their party.
Pas banget.
They've scooped up one player in there to fight again another
sama
game,
MT.
now it's time for We Try Again to go hunting.
Mau dibawa kemana? Ke puskesmas mana Hafiz? Hafiz dibawa ke puskesmas mana nih? Puskesmas terdekat tidak ada. Hafiz sudah bukaan 12. Harah kudu.
As NAFSCOD, they're charging in.
Hafiz sudah bukaan, sudah nggak tahan lagi mau keluar. Ini kalau sampai bisa keluar dari tekanan.
Somehow still in it and fighting out of a very decent positioning as well. NAFSCOD can't find
ke depan ada lagi. Wah, mau kemana? Aduh, depannya ada lagi. Ampun, kamu mau kemana? HP sudah bukaan nggak tahan, ke arah serius lagi. Pocinski.
They've certainly given everyone an opportunity at
masuk
finishing
lubang.
them off here.
Jalan satu-satunya masuk lubang.
Connie's driven
Tapi udah
halfway across the
ditungguin
map
serius.
to try and find somewhere to at least get safe.
Meledos mobilnya Hafiz.
He's going to have to get out and get unintended revived, maybe. Oh my God.
Hampir ketiban mobil. Penyelamatan gemilang.
Oh dear. Get there. Get there. I cannot believe they got there.
Nice bomb, Sena.
From NAFSCOD. Absolute chaos through the last couple of games for them to get all the kills, and then a chaos finish. It was well deserved. NAFSCOD go out in 9th place, and that was a perfect grenade as well. Serious esports though with the 7 kills.
Berarti LPL sama MLM kita setara sama LSM juga tuh.
I just hope some people clip them so I don't have to go back for them.
Senang yo.
Yeah, this has been a banger of the last couple of games.
Yeah, it definitely has, and the final couple of matches, they may play out very differently to how the rest of the comp does. It's a different form of entertainment, and I like it. I think you can see some different skills.
Sudah perjalanan jauh. Kunyit sudah membawa ke puskesmas. Nyampe melahirkan di itu ternyata habis. Yo, di bawah jauh. Tapi oke lah, sudah perjalanan jauh.
Yes, it's a tank, but it does have limited health.
Nice. Kita report Deltamic.
At this moment in time, as We Try Again, they're pulling on up, and maybe they're going to be going for this fight on foot.
Sego Fanboys managing the third part of this fight. From there they are on the way.
Ini tinggal Antares nih. Kita lihat Antares sama Sirius.
Down, drops off the roof, just safe. Orp have lost Dusky. The smoke will
Dia punya tabungan berapa,
eventually come through. They're not out of this yet. Sego lurking. We Try Again as well. Looking to finish off here. Empt.
Anak-anak berapa tadi? 7.
Suspects trying to get down there for their revive. And Asbury's going to go, in fact.
Anak-anak 174.
BZ's going to be able to finish him off as Emp just works around the outside of that. 6 kills to we try again. They've had
Nah ini kalau 7 up,
They've had
wah
two
di-cut
really good
sama
games in a
Gila.
row, these guys. So they'll be super happy with their finish to the season. They'll be definitely locked into that second place. Molly's well placed off the back of that box. Get suspect out of the way. Still got Cherry working on that rooftop, trying to cover. Gets a little bit of support up here. Empt and Kev work close together. Serious Esports get rid of Gloria Supreme. Darth, that's our bottom 4 locked into place.
It is, but we still got the fight to rage on as we try again. They're getting taken apart. It's all going to be up to Empty.
Wah 7 up gak bisa ini nambah poin.
Out of his mind player on this team, but can he
Oh 1v1, tapi kayaknya masih jauh.
On the other side, Cherry's got the high ground now, but pretty soon he's going to have the numbers against him unless he gets these flushes out. Now it doesn't look like he's going to be charging in.
Apa ini?
This top window, but
Push
he's
gak
got
sih?
some util in. He knows he can't let these revives come in. Otherwise he's Dunskies. Even now he's got a long shot.
Alah!
Now the third party's going to finish it off. It's going to be Sunnyside up with that Mark 14.
Kena third party.
Diego are finding some form very late in the competition. 6 kills. Blind here, Funky. 6 kills to their name, and I guess it's a bit of a case of better late than never.
I mean, it really is. It's, yeah, they've come good at the right time of the season. They've struggled. They, finished Tago really well, and they're having another great game here. 6 kills here. Sunnyside up with 500 damage. They've got themselves clear of relegation. Relegation is locked in, so they'd already done enough. The teams below have fallen, but they're certainly pushing hard to really make sure that they are clear of it, and they've definitely done that. And now they're trying to pick on the second place team, and they're getting some help with Antares, who are coming across from Potato Hill. Empt, the last one standing. If they can pick up another one here, that'll be a fantastic bonus. It'll make it 7 for them if they can do it. There's a chance, potentially, one of these two could at least probably push in here. As the players behind him, oh geez, he was so low there. The rest of the team bleed out. They all get finished off. They've got 7 though. We try again. So they've had a fantastic finish to their season. 6 teams, 18 alive now. They've also got old blood still kicking around.
Di luar zona, sisa Sena.
Oh iya kan?
Empty manages to take down Sunnyside up, who's been outstanding this match. He's still got a big ask to get up that side of the hill with Antares coming down on
Nobar ka, Om?
so that's going to make it a little
Nah ini Nobar, sama yang surga ini.
Aku sudah selesai.
Old Bloods, they've picked up the 2 kills.
Oh yang kontender ya, Der?
Iya, Liga 2 Om.
Apa namanya yang di kontender?
They've struggled all competition, but I think that's going to be a big relief that they are not getting relegated. They've flirted with it all right.
Itu hadiahnya sama ya, Der?
Beda Mas.
Aku cuma menang $85 kalau nggak salah.
Pendaftarannya tapi sama.
Enggak, beda, lebih murah.
Oh, boleh lah itu. Yang Liga 2-nya. Gimana guys, kita bikin Liga 2 aja.
Lumayan. Kedua ya, lumayan ya.
Liga 1, Liga 2.
I think I said if they can, they still have to make up 20 points to catch Incog, who I think did go out without any points or maybe even 1 point here this game. So, I mean, if these kills, if they got a win, they'd be going past them. But I can't see this remaining player doing too much more fighting against the blue zone at the moment. So, yeah, still, again, some of these teams are having some big finishes here on the last night. Serious Esports will finish in 7th
Pas 6 kayaknya udah telkit-telkit nih.
Leslie Lux can pull a win out because they're only 3 points back, but Sirius may have done just enough as the VSS now in the hands of Killaroo. I'll be interested to see if Sands is holding one as well. Oh, he
Antara sih
is.
bagus
We've
posisinya.
got double VSSs and a Tommy gun.
Usually see that combination, but PUBG have been pushing hard with the meta for players to use some different weapons. I'm not sure they pushed hard with the Tommy gun, but they have been.
Ini kayaknya poin Antares di Lilacs nih.
Bagaimana grup kita mau bangkit? Bangunlah, bangun. Yang tidur bangun. Tolonglah bangun. Bangunlah. Ucapkan Aisyah saja sudah cukup.
They've gone to 7 kills thus far. They've got.
Seseorang bagi-bagi 10.000 koin, pesan,
seseorang.
bangun.
Bloods push in and try to third party this a little bit as we've got.
Ada serigala di sini. Cak aku leles.
A little bit of fun here in the last match, but we'll see how it unfolds. As
Tapi saatnya kamu refreshing, Pis. Kamu di Malang selesai LPL, saatnya kamu ngopi-ngopi ya toh.
Yeah, they've finished off well. And yes, spot on if they can pick up a win, that'd be a great finish to their season. Great finish, a great finish.
Ini yang belum congrats nih, antara sama Sirius masih bertarung.
On their morale going forward into the next one.
Yeah.
But Old Bloods looking to try and spoil that. They've picked up a couple. If they can get up in, well, I mean, they are up into the top 4. If they can jag a couple more kills, then they potentially do still go past push on that leaderboard, and Old Bloods may make it up into 10th place here. So they are pushing hard. They've got a big split on here at the moment, Darth. Savvy's over there on his own, but right now SpeedyK's got to get across and help out here because there we go. Jeff coming across, has to reload. That's a bit of a problem. Oh, this is more of a problem. I should have said nothing. Because Jeff and SpeedyK have both gone down. Jeff and Jumbi have both gone down, and just as SpeedyK gets there, Lilacs have actually managed to defend pretty well.
Dalam sebuah tim itu yang penting orang belakangnya.
If they can still pick up a couple more, Sands has now put himself on to SpeedyK's side of that ridge. He's isolated down here now. He's got to get off this tree. He's got the rat pack. He's got to get off this tree and back to Lilacs. They've got a little bit of cover out. BDK is doing his damnedest to keep them from coming forward, and that's certainly going to help their matters. Oh, the VSS does it, but then Sands is going to just be tapped down by the blue zone, unfortunately. Miller still there on his own for Lilacs. They won't catch up to Serious Esports on the leaderboard, and they will stay clear of no names, but there are some hurting teams here. But geez, I won't speak up too much about Sago. We don't want to put the mockers on them, but they've still got a full squad alive on the other side, Darth.
They've got decent positioning as well inside of the zone.
Ooh.
The only other team that could prove to be a bit of a
ketolong
is going to be Antares. That knock is certainly going to help. 7 kills to Diego. That's nice. That's very, very nice. And with the Mark 14 and some level 3 here, I wouldn't say it's factory near.
Harusnya Antares menang ini.
Is going to go in the plus category, moving together up the side of the hill.
Mempertahankan posisinya ini.
Back behind to keep an eye
Placement.
what's going on with Old Bloods and with Lilacs, making sure there's no counter rap shenanigans going on. If he kills them, that's great, but his main goal is just to make sure they don't do anything. Wrap up behind them and shoot them in the back. So that's great work from them. Great teamwork, which we haven't seen.
Oh, mereka pasti naik karena nggak zona.
I think they've definitely played below what they usually do, but you know we're seeing it now, so we get to enjoy it.
Naiknya agak terbuka untuk umum nih, tuh kan?
Iyo.
And that's another knock.
Oh shit!
Oh, I'll tell you what, this Mark 14 is just ripping shreds there. Snoopy's managed to push up, goes down to Ike, so Sago still farming it up. And Terras have managed to get some revives so far, but not that one.
Sego penboy itu.
Wah, disepre Budi, Pak.
Sego tuh nasi kan? Smoke will come out.
Sego
the other side looks as though Terras will get a revive as well.
Oh, berarti ini kan tim Jepang ini Sego. Berarti dia ngambil dari bahasa Jawa itu.
Edging closer
Sego.
Edging closer to push on that leaderboard. There's Xiao on that backside though. He's made things difficult. Old Bloods have to turn back the other way. Xiao has as well though, trying to get across and help with Enteras. He's going to go down. Flash comes out. So they're actually in trouble now. Enteras have come in here, Darth. It's gone pear-shaped. It's a little bit even. Stevens over here. Desire's coming through, trying to make things real difficult for them.
Yeah, it's all up to Overly right now.
Obvious mau main.
Diratakan, mantap, Budi.
Oh no, looks like you cast the curse them a little bit.
Congrats sih gak sih chicken sih gak sih? Menang orang chicken gak sih? Chicken gak sih? Penutupan 2 kali chicken.
But that leaves the old fan favorites, the old Bloods up and fighting against Enteras. Both teams have had different stories of this competition, and Enteras have been looking at the top, nipping at the top, whereas the Old Bloods have been nipping at the bottom. So this is going to be a fun fight nonetheless for the last time in 2025. Savvy and Speedy, they're a little bit split on this one, but it's in a way that'll be difficult.
Menang orang, sabar.
Speedy is looking to try to push up on towards Buddy. If he does manage to get the knock towards him, this will really even up the ledger and go a huge way towards an Old Bloods win.
Just looking at Enteras on that leaderboard, Darth, they're only 7
udah
points
ketemu semua ya. Satu depannya Budi, satunya kanan Bull.
In which case, our top 3 would all be
satunya kiri
teams, which we wouldn't have seen for quite a while, I wouldn't think.
Sabar Bud, ojo mati Bud, awak mas gak perlu. Aduh,
itu mau meledos mobilnya mas.
Iya, gak mau. Ayo Pak depan.
Take some shots.
Bull, no.
Could this be the finish?
Ayo Pak depan, nice 1v1 situation.
No.
1v1 situation.
1v1 situation.
Menang Depan kalau 1v1.
Ya, Depan harusnya terbaik Jawa Barat. Beril mengandung unsur kalium tinggi. Ayo.
Depan from Ciparai.
Ayo Ciparai, aing mah ku aing diharapkan lamun cenah sok pamajikan sok aing mah menang selungul
some useful utility that I can see them
Sabar
shaking
enggak
the
juga?
flow.
Enggak
There's a
enak.
grenade.
Habis
It's going to be Enteras.
Depan from Ciparai.
Win of the night. It's the last win of the
Terima
season,
kasih.
which should shape them up in the
Seseorang
third
bagi-bagi
place.
10.000 koin.
GG, game
Terima
over.
kasih seseorang. Ngeri. 2 kali chicken, congrats buat Antares, congrats buat Gas, congrats buat NF, congrats buat Sirius. Mungkin bulan depan lebih sangar lagi. Terima kasih yang sudah like, matur suwun. Wih, 40 like.
Aku belum likas Om. Bentar.
Apa?
Aku belum likas dah tuh 41.
Oh iya, 41. Terima kasih like-nya, makasih semuanya yang sudah nonton, makasih. Tetap semangat, jangan kendor, tetap dukung tim Indonesia apapun yang terjadi. Oke, persaingan itu adalah sebuah dinamika. Kita selesaikan di lapangan. Wah, keren. TD, selungal. By one kita TD, tak report. Saking ae. Parah. Tak report pokoknya TD. Anu. Bisa ya kamu 1 lawan 4. Oke, enggak masalah. Klip Om iyo tenang ae, tak klip. One fringfong situation ya kan, tulungal saking ae 1165 lah sama aku. Oke, terima kasih ya, nanti tak record potongannya. Terima kasih. Aku yang rekam, tak record aja. Tak record aja, paling cuma tak record, tak kasih judul namamu TD, tak hapus, tak ganti terus, tak edit NDROZ gitu kan. Nah, nanti tak kasih tahu sama tetangga-tetanggaku. Iki lo mas, aku clutch ini lo aku. Wow. Terima kasih, sampai ketemu lagi. Makasih semuanya. Sehat-sehat semuanya, lancar rezekimu semuanya. Tetap fokus, PUBG masih 5 tahun lagi. Insya Allah masih hidup PUBG. Tim Indo semangat. Berang-berang makan kedondong. Sampai ketemu nanti. Assalamualaikum.